We will bang, okay? Welcome, everybody. Welcome, one and all. The other Discord gets a notification as very quiet, but I'm not sure if it's just like... Yeah, it's okay, Shadow. I know that I literally saw you sub, like, you were one of the... I remember you being one of the last people to sub before we hit the goal, so... Which can go fuck himself. You can have your sub. But yeah, welcome. We are doing our good old Mass Effect Mondays once again. We have returned, and, just like... I've gone through all the extras so that we should have like subtitles on. There's no proper subtitle settings, but they're on. I've tried to adjust the volume so like the dialogue is, you know, a lot higher than like the sound effects and stuff like that as well. So hopefully we should all be good. But let me know how sound settings are and everything when we get into everything. But I'll just give Carl a quick call and see if he's online. This menu is like so quiet. Okay, there is sounds happening, but it's just that this like start screen is just there's no noise. Oh shit! Well, I hope it all goes. Look for. Well, giving Carl a call. I know he said he was grabbing a tea, so he might just be a couple of minutes. But I don't want to start the game without him too much. Yes, the Embor build. Like Embor is just one of those Pokemon where I'm like, I don't overly like the design, but I have got a shiny, and the like that does sound like it's got some fun utility, so I might have a look into it. Oh, the other thing I was going to mention is since there wasn't a massive way towards like a certain vote in the stream ideas on the Discord, like what I decided to do, like there's one vote in it at the moment that's going towards Nearly Naked Link. Yes, we will be carrying our Shep of Theseus over to this playthrough. But what I've done is I've built a bracket online. So what we're going to do is we're going to build that bracket and do the bracket through voting here. But then the votes on the Discord that we've got so far are going to be any tiebreakers. If that makes sense for everyone. So we'll do the polls here to decide what the sub goal is going to be. So we're going to have a little like tournament going on throughout the stream. Oh, that's the wrong ones. I can show you some sausages, but they're not pride sausage. So yeah, I will set up some polls. We'll get the polls going, and then if there's any ties, the votes that we've got so far on the Discord, they'll be used as the tiebreaker vote. So that way that voting system is like not completely useless. Oh shit, yes. Of course we do. It's been a while, I'm not used to playing. No, that's a video producer. Where's... Oh my god, it's almost as if I've forgotten how to do reward. Edit. So Paragon mode. And I don't think you can feed the fish in this one, but we've got that reward there if needed, if we do have fish in our ship that we can... But there we go. I'm gonna... Well, hang on, Ross. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. Hang on. Oh. I was gonna say, like, I'll set it back to neutral first. So I'll put it back to 0. So if anyone's unaware of how we do this, basically just like you can use Renegade mode or Paragon mode in chat. I'll put 200 points towards like Renegade or Paragon, and just basically whatever is on screen at the time, whether we're playing neutral, Paragon, Renegade, that's roughly how we're gonna shape our Shepherd. Did I miss a call from Carl? We'll try again.
Yeah,
there he is. Carly baby himself.
Can you hear me okay?
You're a little bit quiet.
I'll try and move my microphone a bit closer. About noon.
Oh. Can you just speak again for us, Carl?
Yeah, of course.
Bit longer.
Talking again, I'm talking.
Yeah, I don't know how that sounds to everyone. Let us know. I can always turn Carl up a bit on my end, but yeah. How are we doing, Carl? How are we doing?
Not too bad. Just try to find. Oh, fuck's sake, there's a moth in my house.
Oh god.
Each time you turn around, there's a moth, and you're like,
yeah.
Why can't you just go anywhere else?
A little bit muffled. I'll try turning up Carl a little bit. That helps.
It might.
It might a little bit. Carl is just on his phone, so bear with.
I'm on my laptop, so it's my laptop speaker.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I think it sounds more fuzzy than your phone. But your phone does give you the lisp.
It does give you the lisp, yeah. We'll just double check, see if it's actually going through my laptop or if it's not going through the plug like the mini mic in, the one we use for recording sometimes.
Oh, okay, yeah. Red Hot, if you put those words Oregon 2 in chat, I'm gonna ban you, it's fine. But speaking of which, I'm gonna start a poll. And it's just each one's just gonna be called community goal ? For the sake of ease. But we're gonna start just going through this bracket, and we're gonna we'll put it to like 3 minutes, and then I'll just be going through this bracket that I've made for the first vote, and this will just be like the winner of all this tournament is gonna be whatever game we put. Oh, hang on. Oh, Carl, that was real loud.
So that's me unplugging my microphone.
Oh.
Just put it back in.
I was like, I didn't know what happened. I just heard really loud noise for a second.
Me unplugging my mic to plug a fresh one in.
Okay. So it is the first vote for community goal. Yeah. Whatever wins the whole tournament, I'll say, will be the next community goal that we're all subbing towards. So the first vote is Secret of Mana versus Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I'm going to put Kirby and Forgotten Lands because it has a character limit. So I'll put that vote in chat right now. We've got a few minutes to vote for that first vote. But yeah, as I say, if there's any tiebreakers, we'll use what votes we've got in the Discord so far to hopefully help with tiebreak. But Carl, are you ready for some Mass Effect? Oh god, you're not coming through.
Am I not coming through?
Okay.
Oh, Eric, thank you very much for the sub gifts.
Should be.
Yeah. Thank you for poking your head in, and thank you for the subs. It's much appreciated. Absolute hero, yeah. Maybe try again, Carl?
Audible? I'm talking now.
Okay, yeah, it was doing that weird thing where, like, every 5th word was coming through.
Oh, classic.
But you sound like you're okay now. I might just turn you up a little bit on my end. Hopefully that helps. But yes, Mass Effect 3, you ready now, Carl?
Yes, I'm just getting a tea.
No, god, no, Carl's gone. He's ran. Let's start the game. Carl's here. We're importing our Mass Effect 2 character. Lala Shepard. Let's go. Created the 13th of the 11th, 2023.
Yeah.
That does not sound right. What'd you say?
Share your screen to me so I can see.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. I'm used to you not being a.
I'm doing it on my laptop so I can actually share the screen so I actually see what the fuck's going on. Otherwise, I'm looking behind.
So let's import Olala.
That's what it looks like.
Okay. Last played March 2024. That sounds right. God, was it March? So what we did was our consequences so far: save the Rachni Queen. We rescued Caden on Vermeer over Ashley, of course. We chose to sacrifice the council. Also, take note that Rex died, and that then we probably were going to get rid of Ashley anyway. Ashley killed Rex. So yeah, we saved Caden for sure. We chose to sacrifice the council. We saved Mayland's data. That was the data that was used to help come towards the Genophage data. So Rex died on Vermeer. We chose to rewrite the Geth Heretics. We destroyed the Collector base. We survived the suicide mission with all but one squad mate. Zaid did not make it.
No.
And then we romanced Liara before Mass Effect 2 and romanced Thane in Mass Effect 2.
We were a big old space.
Well, we told, like, Liara that we'd come back to a Shadow Broker ship at some point, right?
It's like the joke I made of, like, well, Thane's going to die in, like, 2 years and Liara's going to live for 1,000.
Yeah. Like, we gave Thane the last good couple of years. And, you know, we just did that thing of, like, Liara, don't worry, we were taking a break. I'm going to continue the break for a couple more years, and then we'll come back and we can get things going up again. Like, admittedly, not a cool move.
Like a...
Oh god, you going all robotic again, Carl.
For fuck's sake! God damn it, it's so difficult. I just don't want to my PC, I want to sit on my sofa.
Oh god, yeah, it's going real bad.
I'll find out what's gone.
If you're talking, I can't hear you anymore. It's gone. Making sure we're going into Renegade just all that way. It's true. Carl just being attacked. All those Helldivers moments were been like killing the automatons. The back. The Reapers have just invaded Carl's house.
I help. You now?
Oh. You're definitely a bit quiet.
Yeah, I've got to talk to my phone. Fuck it.
Yeah, fair. I mean, like, maybe when you've got your setup a bit more settled, like, we can figure this out. But right now, it's just like, I could barely hear what you were saying.
I just don't want to sit at my PC. I'm not going to play some Tekken. But we play Tekken.
Hope that this works now. Well enough.
That means we're going to redesign our Shepherd one last time. New, like, you know, new game, new main.
Maybe like, custom appearance. Maybe we could just like change up the hair a little bit or something.
Well, we're going to go for Canon Shepherd.
I mean, were we going to go for Canon Shepherd?
Well, if you remember, do you remember, like, not the controversy, but like just the weird decision they made when it came to FemShep for this game?
Like, not really. I remember there being like, it was what, on the box art, it was red-head shepherd, but then loads of the time they use like blonde shepherd instead.
Well, what it is like if you, it's always been male shepherd on the box, but
the reversible I remember was FemShep, yeah.
Yeah, for number 3 only, but for number 1 and 2 is always just male shepherd. But the default female shepherd has always been a redhead.
And they made the default blonde in this one, right?
No, they made the cover art the reversible cover art of default female Shepherd blonde.
Oh, did they?
And everyone's like, that's not Shepherd. It's like, that's... And they countered by saying, but female Shepherd can look any way you want. It's like, so can male Shepherd, but you always use the bald one.
Mm-hmm.
You always use the default.
Well, I wonder what our hair choices are. There isn't even like a really blonde color.
Which is
the
weird.
Blonde erasure.
That was what the cover of the box was.
But that wasn't the right. It was like a platinum blonde on the cover.
Yeah. They also made her like way too sexy.
Yeah.
And they gave her like wildly exaggerated like feminine features.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why have you made her look like just waifu bait when male Shepherd looks like a fucking badass?
Yeah. Wonder what other hair options we've got time. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know exactly what like base FemShep looks like.
Just same as it always does. Like that hair, like, you know, slight red.
Yeah, because it'll be like that. And like, should we just, for the sake of Mass Effect 3, because they did it, should we just make up the fuck up?
Why not?
It's like, this is what like BioWare intended Mass Effect 3 Shepard to look.
Higher fans, lol. Have you seen that other one about like where it's with Hades? There's people trying to say like Aphrodite doesn't look feminine enough. It's like the literal goddess of passion and love, who's like butt-ass naked. Like, this is the exact character those weirdos have been screaming about. Of like, you have a fully naked woman who's like in love with you from second one. This is the exact kind of character you complain is not in every game, and we gave you it and you complain.
I think that'll do. Just put a bit of makeup on her.
Why not? It's the last outing.
She's just getting dolled up. She's done her hair and makeup, that's all. Yeah, my first playthrough was male Shepherd. This was like a long time ago. Like, you know, obviously 2007 was when I first committed to my Shepherd. So like that was back when I was still 15 and I'm playing like male characters in games, but definitely made it more towards like Mass Effect 2 and 3 and was like, oh, I should have played as FemShep, yeah. I'm not gonna go with engineer again.
That just didn't go well, did it? Like, just
the
amount of like tech options was very limited.
I mean, just having the idea of like singularity as an ability is a pretty cool idea. Well, this one's got like the different ammos. Ability to cloak themselves. So Carl, I'm gonna say either play as like Infiltrator.
Okay.
The one that can use like the tactical cloak. Or just go for the Adept, like the raw biotic power.
Yeah, sounds good.
Which one do you reckon?
Well, that's the thing, like, what role will not be fulfilled by the team that we're going to build? Like, maybe it would be worth just playing as the soldier. Because we're probably going to play like with that.
I don't want to play as soldier.
We'll have soldier on our team. Is there a soldier who can use like biotic power just so we can use the majority of the guns?
There's like, I think Vanguard is probably because they have like a couple of ammo builds but also just have like the pull and the shockwave and stuff.
Maybe just try and go for the power you think is most interesting.
I mean, the power like I think is probably the most fun is Singularity, but
we'll get whatever ability gives that then.
Let's go for the Adept. Like, I like showing off the biotic power run. Like, after playing Engineer in Mass Effect 2, it's like, I'm not doing that again.
It just wasn't fun, right?
It wasn't, no. Go. Like, we're all glammed up this time.
Just the way the developers intended.
So while that happens, I'm going to go to the next poll. We had Kirby as the winner for the first. Deal with. So that puts Kirby and the Forgotten Lands against Mario Kart because we've got an uneven bracket. So good luck, Kirby.
How bad is it?
Bad. We just lost contact
Might
with
turn
our deep space
game volume
outposts.
hard because that
There's
dialogue's
something
quite quiet.
massive on long-range
Yeah.
scanners.
Is this what Shepard warned us about?
I'd stake
Sounds
my
like
life
Keith
on it.
David coming in.
I'm glad Keith David keeps getting
How long
paid.
do we have?
Oh, that was rough earlier though. You're right, Keith David like 16, like he's still got it. Still got it. There was
God help us all.
here's a clip of the latest episode of The Simpsons. Hank Shearer is now too old to play Mr. Burns.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he sounds too old to play Mr. Burns, a 100-year-old man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's fucking raw.
So we've got Naked Tears of the Kingdom going up again. A Jackbox Community Night. So the Naked Tears of the Kingdom just means Tears of the Kingdom, but we do the challenge where we can't wear any armor. So that's just what that Tears of the Kingdom run would be. Like, try to beat it as quickly as possible, no armor. Not like speedrun style, to clarify, just like a fun run. And then, obviously, just Jackbox Community Night is playing a Jackbox game with everybody in chat. So the poll up is up in chat now for you.
Commander,
You're not supposed to call me that anymore, James.
not supposed to salute you either.
Yeah, Freddie Prinze Jr.
The defense commander wants to see
I
you.
mean, the
Sounds
law that you need to
important.
know at this point is quite a lot. But the basics is we are,
What's going
you know,
on?
Couldn't say.
one of the greatest
Just told me they
soldiers for
needed you.
humanity,
Now.
and we have spent the first 2 games trying to stop
Anderson?
the Reapers,
Admiral,
You look
who
good, Shepard.
are this
Maybe a
like
little soft around the edges. How you holding up?
more
since
than
being removed
ancient
from
race that we
It's not
don't
so
know
bad
where they
once
come
you get
from,
used to
that
the
just
hot
like
food and soft bed.
basically
duty?
go
We'll get
through
it sorted out.
cycles
What's going
of
on? Why is
letting
everyone in such a
all
hurry?
of life in the
Admiral
galaxy
Hackett's mobilizing
thrive,
troops. I'm
to the
guessing
point
word's
where they
made
then
for
decide
Alliance
it's time
command.
to harvest them
Something
all
big's headed
and
our
wipe
way.
them all out
The
and
Reapers?
begin the cycle
We
once
don't
again,
know.
and we're
Not
trying to
certain.
stop that
What else
happening.
could it be?
If I knew that.
It's still fucking wild to me that the opening of this game is, hey, Freddie Prinze Jr. is like your teammate.
Yeah, yeah.
And just he's introduced as like you should give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But why would I give a fuck
It's
about
the
this character?
Reapers, and we're not ready for them, not by a long shot.
Tell that to the defense committee.
Unless we're planning to talk the Reapers to death, the committee is a waste of time.
They're just scared. None of
Like,
them have seen what you've
So
seen.
Mass Effect 2
You
happens,
faced down.
and then there's another time
Hell, you
skip,
spoke to one. That blew the damn thing up.
and it's basically just like, hey,
Seen how they harvest
you
us,
killed a
what
Reaper
they
a couple of
plan to do
years
to us.
back. Since then, we've basically
more
been
about this enemy
ignoring
than
your
anyone.
warnings about the
That way they
Reapers.
grounded me, took away my
It's
ship.
wild that like the story is, hey, I've killed
The
one.
shit you've done,
Yeah, but what's the odds of there being
many
2?
other soldiers
Yeah.
have been tried, court-martialed,
Hey, we
and
killed a
discharged.
second one. What are the odds of being a
It's your
third?
knowledge of the Reapers that kept that from happening.
And we
That'd be a
got,
good word.
we essentially like got grounded
trust
and
you,
got
Shepard.
our crew and ship taken
So
away
does the
from us and
committee.
everything.
I'm just a soldier, Anderson. I'm no politician.
I don't need you to be either. I just need you to do whatever the hell it takes
Basically,
to help stop the
you know,
Reapers.
The Reapers are the threat trying to wipe out the galaxy. Commander
They're
Shepard is the
expecting you to,
one
Admiral.
that has been holding them off. And this is coming to a climax in the 3rd game.
good luck in there, Shepard.
That's as basic as I can make it without 2 games worth of like, you know, lore and
Anderson.
backstory and stuff. Over on my YouTube
Shepard.
there is
Caden.
Oh,
there is,
yeah.
like an archive of us playing through Mass Effect 2, not
Okay,
1.
thank
I didn't archive 1, but there is a
Waiting for orders now.
archive of us playing
Major.
through Mass Effect 2, and that
hadn't
poll
heard?
has got 25 seconds
No,
left.
I'm a bit out of the loop these
Anyone
days.
want-
Sorry, man. Didn't mean to keep you out of the loop.
Fine, mate. And right now, yeah,
It's
we're
not
playing
like the
Renegade, so
Reapers
we're
were
playing
coming and
like
didn't tell me.
the
Suppose you're
you
right.
know, evil
Admiral.
Shepherd run, quote unquote. Sometimes
Come on.
you're properly evil, sometimes you're just a bit of a dick.
I think sometimes evil is the word now. It's like sometimes evil is just apathetic.
You know the commander?
I used to.
Oh god. Tears of the Kingdom knocked out. The Jackbox of all things.
It's Jackbox though, isn't it? Weirdos love Jackbox.
I mean, I like Jackbox. Just like Jackbox over Tears of the Kingdom.
Exactly. What's that about?
What is this madness?
Admiral Anderson, Shepard,
The
What's
racist
the
guy.
situation?
we were hoping you would tell
Captain
us.
N.
The reports coming in are unlike anything we've seen. Whole colonies have gone dark.
Like it's unlike anything we've ever seen. Like it's not like anything I've not seen.
Whatever this
Yeah,
is,
true.
it's incomprehensibly powerful.
You brought me here to confirm what you already know. The Reapers are here.
And the next poll is going to be
Then
something
how do
close
we
to
stop
Carl's
them?
heart.
Stop them.
It's going to be
This isn't
either
about
Metal Gear
strategy and
Rising
tactics.
Yeah.
This is about
versus
survival.
the Smash
Reapers are
Bros.
more advanced
Community
than we are,
Night.
more powerful,
Oh.
more intelligent. They don't.
So
fear
Smash
us.
Bros. Versus Metal
They
Gear
won't
Rising, Carl.
take pity on us.
Smash Bros. Let's go.
There must be some way.
So that poll is up in chat now for y'all. There must be some way. It's like I've been telling you that the Reapers have been coming for years and you never fucking listened.
Each of us has to be willing to.
But I
die
can't
to
think of
save
some like
humanity.
a
Anything less,
message you have had like more warning about.
Yeah. Like, the Reapers showed up and wiped out the last council.
Admiral, we've lost contact.
Yeah, it's like, how do you think you got your fucking job?
Yeah.
And let's start there again. How, we've never seen anything like this. The reason you're on the council is because the last council got killed by a Reaper.
Or the UK headquarters are the visual, Carl.
Yeah, right.
This is live footage of the actual UK right now.
Just fair. I just read this as a reference to you know.
That's about as like good as it is to live in the UK right now. It's just, oh shit.
Yeah, I was reading it as like a reference to War of the Worlds because that's where the aliens attack first.
Mm-hmm.
People always forget that because like just the Tom Cruise version is like the definitive version for a lot of people. It's like yeah, they attack Britain in like in the novel.
Why haven't we heard from Admiral Hackett?
What do we do?
The only thing we can. We fight or we
Yeah,
die.
that's true. You can go find Carl's Metal Gear Rising
We should get to the
streams
Nova.
over on Carl's channel. But yeah. You got a minute left to beat out Metal Gear Rising in chat.
Oh my god.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
imagine being the people who've been sitting there ignoring Shepard's warnings for years, and then you just see that happening.
It's like who could have possibly seen this coming?
Yeah. Shepard, who's been warning you for years.
Like it never stops being funny.
It's basically as bad as like the Harry Potter series, where every single year Harry's like, yeah, I fought Voldemort again. Can you all just believe he's real? And they're like, nah. Nah, I
Here,
don't
take
believe
this.
that.
We've got to get moving. This is Admiral Anderson. Report in, anyone. Major Alanko, is that you? What's your status?
And this is where you get like top seats thinking Anderson's gonna be on your team.
We'll meet you at the landing zone. Anderson,
Instead of Gear James.
If only we'd spent like months or whatever putting together an elite squad with a purpose-built team that's like the best in the galaxy, that has experience taking down a Reaper.
they're massive.
It's actually fucking wild that they give you James.
They'll pick us up if we can get
But I'd rather have Anderson. I'd rather just say, you know, it's humanity's last possible chance.
Mhm.
Look out! How do you stop something so powerful?
Just fucking shoot it. That's the thing. That's what I love about the Reapers. Like, they're not that powerful. Just shoot
Take a
until they
right
die.
turn.
Yeah,
Farther than it looks.
like we in Mass Effect 1 just shot it with a lot of ships and it died.
Come on, let's go.
In Mass
Took a
Effect
long
2,
fucking time,
we
it worked.
used guns to take down a giant, like, prototype human Reaper.
Come on. We'll have to go this way.
I mean, I think the gameplay of Mass Effect 3 is, like,
looks clear. Let's go.
it plays smoother, but just
Major, you read me.
everything
I'm
about it
catching
is
Shepard.
just learning the wrong lessons from what people enjoyed about Mass Effect 2.
100%.
We're about 5 minutes out.
Um,
Husks! Take him out.
Anderson, his voice actor, is not Zavala, right?
It's Keith David.
It is now Zavala.
You haven't forgot how to
Is
shoot.
Keith David Zavala?
Keith David's taking over Zavala, yeah.
Legend.
Like, at some point, I don't think he is yet,
I'm out of ammo.
as far as I'm
Come on,
aware.
we gotta move.
But yeah. Keith David is the one taking over from Lance Reddick. Can't say his name wrong then, but yeah, Lance Reddick was the Zavala. Oh my ammo's gone. If only I had some other option.
Of course, you get like the cool fucking like just get fucked punch.
Mm-hmm. That's like, you look at Keith David's just IMDb list, and it's like, if you can think of a big franchise, Keith David's probably had his like fingers in that pie. Not in a bad way. He's just that good.
Yeah, Keith David is awesome,
and he's always willing to like just do a fucking job.
Watch it.
And then it's like, oh look, we get, oh shit, okay, so the Adept gets like that instead of the Omni tool as like the heavy punch.
Through this way.
The biotic punch alone makes Adept and Vanguard. Yeah, so yeah, I think it's been that long since I played Adept or Vanguard that I forgot that the biotic punch was a thing. I was expecting like the Omni tool to come out.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Keith David being in like Saints Row. It's like, goddamn.
Everyone's dying.
Oh, forget about this.
Get out of there, you fucking dickhead.
This shit, kid.
You're the worst part of this game. Get out now.
Get out of here. Take my hand.
So
You can't help
votes for
me.
the last poll. Metal Gear Rising did of course win over Smash Bros. You were all after Carl's hearts.
That brought me up.
The next one is another Crab's Treasure, which might find it rough for this fight of like a Fall Guys community night.
This is a goddamn mess.
But you know, Fall Guys have been around for a while, so maybe the hot new freshness will help.
I won't be responsible.
I'm giving everyone 3 minutes so that if you don't know what it is, you have time to Google it yourself.
Yeah.
I can't be. I just, every single suggestion people gave me for a sub goal got put into a bracket.
You're not responsible for the ones that die. We fight for the ones left standing when it's all over.
Yeah. Maybe you're right.
You're upset about Keith David dying.
I thought we'd have more time.
Don't make me upset about Keith David.
And they still just cut through our defenses. We need to go to the Citadel. Talk to the Council.
The Citadel?
Oh yes, they are making a new live-action Lion King movie because the first one, with zero personality and a lot of celebrity, managed to become the highest-earning animated film of all time.
You sure about that?
Which is hilarious when you think about it.
You were a Council Spectre?
That shitty-ass remake that no one cares about.
Gotcha.
Like, I wanted the Super Mario Bros. Movie to beat it. Not necessarily because I give a shit about Nintendo making a lot of money and Mario doing well, which, you know, would be funny if Mario was the best, like, highest grossing animated movie of all time. It would also be kind of funny, but, like, just to take that Lion King movie off its fucking pedestal.
Yeah.
It's shocking.
Major Alenko, we're inside of the spaceport. ETA 3.
Oh, he runs. That's on the train you run in the future. Look at that.
So yeah, it's not going well in terms of Reapers. So, like, we managed to like use an entire fleet to take out one. Bear in mind. And right now, there's two in what the vicinity of like a couple of city blocks in whatever city this is. I presume this is like set in America. This mission, but I can't confirm or deny. Like when I say America, I mean USA, obviously. Because, you know, it's one of those that this game was developed in America, and they just. We know it's not the UK because the UK was just getting like blown the fuck up.
Normandy, come in.
I'm glad to see the grab's doing well. Grabby is doing well.
You two all right?
Get down, they'll see you.
I like the idea. They'll see you.
Yeah, that's like, how could we ever have seen this come in?
Keep your head down. Nice shot.
No way. Crab's treasure, moving on to the next round.
Finish them all.
Slough with a Reaper. Like, you know what? The Reapers can have the south. It'll be fine. We'll just split it halfway. They can even have Birmingham if they want. Throw that in there.
Shepard, over here.
What's your beef with Birmingham?
I just don't like Birmingham. Does anyone like Birmingham?
To be fair, I've only been there once.
You have a radio? We're trying to contact our ship.
I know you do, Shadow, but I know you also
One in the
don't like
gunship, but
Birmingham.
it's gonna be crawling with those things.
Stay here, son.
Like, the people that I know that don't like Birmingham the most are the people who, like, are actually from there.
That's the British way, right? Everyone hates their
Let's get our
hometown.
gunship.
I mean, Dudley, Dudley can be, thrown in the bag as well. So as long as they just leave, you know, a few nice cities in the north, give us Scotland, Wales, we can take Wales too.
What the hell are those things?
Of course, I'm joking. For anyone that is, like, you know, potentially getting offended by any.
Look at little robots coming.
All the way. Not that way. Just a fun.
No, it's a funny story.
Yeah, God can save the king, because I tell you, if I was put in that situation.
You won't sacrifice yourself for the greater good.
Like,
Luke's
yeah,
not sacrificed himself
that's
for
their
King's
duty,
good.
right? Is to protect the people of their country. To die for us, not the other way around. That's Charles's responsibility.
Normandy, this is Anderson. Do you read?
Admiral, what's your location?
By a downed gunship in the harbor. I'm activating its distress beacon. Send support. We've got wounded down here.
Yeah. Please, can you send anybody that isn't James?
Damn it!
Yes, do we have to really?
That beacon does its
James.
job.
And fast, we've got company.
I don't mind Freddie Prinze Jr. as the role.
It's actually wild that I didn't realise it was him. It's like, if you're going to make him play completely against type, why not try a squad?
Like, you've hired a very personable actor to play a very, like, not personable character.
Hope they get there soon.
Or a very boring character.
It's just there's nothing to it.
Like, put it this way, everybody, like, minor spoilers. But, like, the moment that you get to share with him, like, towards the end of the game, is doing a pull-up competition.
Yeah.
It's like, that's his personality, is just being beefy.
But at least, like, with Ashley, like, the racism at least makes for interesting, like, moral quandaries.
Yeah, right. Like, it makes for a conversation about her. I like how the first enemy you fight is just a nondescript alien called Cannibal. Hordes of cannibals.
Cavalry has arrived.
Seth Green's here to save our day.
Making Seth Green. Continue making Robot Chicken is pretty good.
About time.
Let's go.
So we had a win for another Crab's Treasure over here. If anyone is missing what's going on, we are voting for what should be our, like, next community goal. Right now it's just a mystery community goal. So the next part of the bracket is Super Mario RPG versus Ender Lilies.
Thanks.
Ongoing.
Shepard.
Super Mario RPG, of course, I mean, like, the Switch remake.
I'm not going. You
Like,
saw those
fuck
men
you.
back there. There's a million more like them, and they need a leader.
Yeah, I mean, Freddie Prinze Jr. as Fred, like that entire main cast of the Mystery Inc. in that James Gunn Scooby-Doo film, such a good casting.
Just fantastic, yeah. So good that Matthew Lillard ended up playing Shaggy in like the cartoon.
I mean, yeah, like that. Seemingly, that was like the role he was fucking made for.
Not really looked exactly like the character.
Yeah, they need a lot. It's like, Anderson, you're not staying here.
We're in this fight together.
It's a fight we can't win. Not without help.
Yeah, so come and get
We
help
need
then.
every species and all their ships to even have a chance at defeating the Reapers. Talk to the Council.
He's like,
Convince them to help us.
we have got
What if they
no
won't
chance here
listen?
to help anyone.
Then make them listen.
We're all going to
Now
be
go.
dead by
That's
not
an
going
order.
and getting help. So what I'm
Don't
going to do
take
is
orders
stay
from you
here and
anymore,
continue
remember?
the fight.
Consider yourself reinstated. Commander.
We saved the galaxy twice and
You
got
know
put
what you
on
have to
fucking
do.
house arrest. Got a like ankle
I'll
monitor
be back
put on
for you,
us.
and I'll bring
It's
you
just all those things
everything
off. Like,
I can.
I wouldn't particularly feel enthused about helping
Good luck.
anyone.
No.
You too, Shepard.
No matter what you fucking do, they criticise you for it. It's like, how about your bollocks?
Mm-hmm. 4 minutes left in chat if you want to vote to what. Super Mario RPG is taking it away.
Oh, fuck's sake, I hate this part of the game. And this kid
You know
ruins
what
the
that
game.
kid reminds me of? Or is like this game's equivalent of?
Gravemind.
No, I was gonna say the baby.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah, like the fucking other M where Samus keeps being, but the baby. Like that's this kid in Mass Effect 3.
Like, he's just a terrible. Like, I hate it. Like, trying to make you feel bad. Like, oh, you feel about this kid. It's like, literally, Britain got nuked second one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you just finished rewatching Avatar: The Last Airbender. Oh, you said you just been rewatching. Yeah. Finishing it all. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like, I understand that we are a very morally grey character at best, and Shepard has done some bad shit, but like,
You're not like you're not gonna sit there and let just like billions of people die. Just, you know, like red tape.
it's like we literally are trying to save the entire galaxy, and we're the only ones who seemingly have any ability to do anything. Like, I do think that's like a relatively cool opening of just seeing like the Reapers are here and you're fucked. Like Earth has been
What the
taken.
hell's going on? Where's Anderson? Where are we going? Hey,
Shut up, James. Immediately fired.
leaving?
How dare you question my authority?
What's going on?
Anderson wants us to go to the Citadel, get help for the fight.
Bullshit. He wouldn't order us to leave.
He literally did. Why does nobody
see what's
believe
going
you, the
on.
biggest hero ever?
Can't help this
Yeah.
war's already over.
Then you can drop me off at the nearest depot, cause I'm
Stop it, Lieutenant.
Oh, I wish you could like do that and lose him as a character.
But this isn't a democracy.
Yeah.
We're going to the
This is
Citadel.
not a fucking
Come on out
democracy.
and get
I
your
am
butt
in
back
charge.
there.
Commander Shepard is fucking back, okay?
Joker.
We're in wartime, baby.
Alive and kicking. Got an emergency transmission from Admiral Hackett for you.
Like, it's actually wild, like, the amount of times people just don't believe what you say. It's like, I'm the biggest hero who's ever lived.
And yeah, that might have helped if you spent a bit more time with James to begin with, like, have a bit of rapport rather than like, hey, here's guy that you don't know. All of your Mass Effect 2 crew is like seemingly gone. And this guy is immediately questioning you.
That's the thing, yeah, because like, it starts the
Yes,
game as
sir.
like, hello, Commander, there's a bit of respect there. But just second one, he's giving you shit. But he should be your boy. Like, what it should be is you should encounter someone else in space calling you a fucking coward, and James is like, no, man, that's not how it went down.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, to
Joker,
make you
set a course
like
for the
him,
Mars
he should,
Archives.
like, just be a ride or die motherfucker from second one. That's how I'd do it if I was making the game.
This is local.
Why
You tell he's, like,
What is it they
Hispanic.
find there?
I don't know. Yet.
We've got the
Which is weird as
absolute
well,
white
right?
big
Because,
guy.
like, as far as I'm aware, Freddie Prinze Jr. is not.
Grab your gear.
I'll tell you what, if I was to describe him to, like, your police sketch artist, I would use the descriptor very Caucasian.
Like, I don't know if he is part Hispanic and he just doesn't look it, but as far as I'm aware, Freddie Prinze Jr. is not, and they got him to play, like, James Vega.
It was like the 2010s, so someone just check that for us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is Freddie Prinze Jr. just, like, Hispanic and it's just one of the things that never comes up?
Yeah, yeah, just he doesn't look it, so people assume. Because, like, that's the thing is, I'm not willing to commit, like, I definitely know, I don't know his ethnic background at all. But, like, he doesn't seem Hispanic, as far as I'm aware. Like, him playing, like, Fred. Okay, half Puerto Rican, yeah.
Okay.
Like, when he's playing Fred, he seems like
sign of
just
Reaper
the most
activity?
white
The
American guy
white,
around.
white guy.
And that's, like, the role I'm most familiar with him in. But fair enough, yeah, okay.
We'll know soon enough. Be ready, Joker. Just in case.
You know, what to say about assumptions makes an ass out of you and me. So.
Exactly, yeah, that's why I wanted
What's
to,
the
like,
that?
pose it as a question rather than, like, me being like, well, I know he's definitely not. Because, like, I'm just like, I have actually no clue of his background at all. The next vote, it'll be interesting. It's going to be Pokemon Mystery Dungeon against the 1000-Year Door remake. And by when I say Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, if that ends up being the one that wins for the sub-goal, I'll take advice from the people who know which ones are good and which ones are bad.
I like it just we'll play the good one, not the bad one.
Yeah, because I don't know which ones are good
Understood.
and which ones are bad. And the 1000-Year Door will be the remake by the time... It's not out yet, but it's out in like 10 days, so by the time we hit the sub-goal and finish this, and it'll well be out by then. So that poll is up in chat for y'all. I mean, that is true. That is part of, like, the female experience I get, is, like, every single man, regardless of your, like, position, is just questioning. Is that I've destroyed several Reapers. I have evidence. No, you know what? Fuck you, you're going on house arrest.
So, Luke, so we did, like, the video earlier about Dragon's Den.
Yes.
I tracked down, like, the original Japanese version, and, like, one of the things is, like, a lady's on there pitching something and say, look, you be very confident, but you are a woman, so you should probably address us in a way that's befitting that. And it's like, you know,
Fuck me.
They just did not give a fuck. Like, they have, like, the dragon thing, yeah, the Japanese version as well. It's like
Yeah.
really fucking rude to, like, the people.
I'm glad you're so optimistic.
Oof.
Yeah, we've got Reapers invading Earth.
Can you imagine, like, the shit that, I don't know, like, fucking Peter Jones or Duncan Bannatyne would get? They just turned around and said that on, like, the English Dragon's Den.
Well, Deborah Meader would walk over and fucking knock them out.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with, like, just, like, the fan shit about, like, Deborah Meaden? Like, people just decide that Deborah Meaden's, like, a proper lad. And there's, like, a shit post that goes around, like, if you ask, like, who do you say, like, what, give me a celebrity story? The one that always cracks me up is, yeah, I met Deborah Meaden, and said, oh, I love you on Dragon's Den. And that's Deborah fucking Meaden to you, Pleb. Get out of my way, I'm on my way to Greg's, and threw me off a multi-story car park.
Profile till we know what's going on.
Just love the idea.
I love, like, the concept of her just being like, no, fuck you.
Yeah. But just the thing, though, her throwing off a multi-story car park just cracks me up. It's like,
Oh, I
Deborah
forgot how
Meaden doing
bad
that.
this fucking loadout system was.
Oh, yeah. Do you feel like you're playing an RPG, Luca?
So basically, what you can do is you can, like, you know, oh, we found a sniper. Cool. Let's equip a sniper. Oh, cool. So our power recharge speed when we have a sniper is at 50% instead of, like, potentially 200%.
Oh, wait, it's this fucking weird system. Bollocks to this. I hate this.
So, like, do you want powers or do you want weapons is essentially the question. Like, oh, cool, we can go through and play with just an assault rifle. But that means that what if we get 25% potential speed taken off? That's just an assault rifle. You want a heavy pistol? Another 50% gone.
And what's wrong with just like having the guns that you have in the hole?
Yeah. I mean, like, obviously, any of these games that win or lose, like, well, the game that wins going to be the community vote, but, like, 1,000 Year Door can just be in the next poll for community goals. Not like it goes away. The games will stay there forever. Unless, you know, you bought them digitally and they may go away at any.
Yeah, I was about to make that joke. Unless
Yeah.
Nintendo decides you're not allowed to play it.
But yeah, that's an early rough one. Pokemon versus Mario. I just did like the classic shuffle without seeding on the bracket to make it fair. Cancelled. I've got plenty of games to play. It's fine. Like, if anything, there's too many games to play right now. A game being pushed back is like always a fucking relief to me. I'm like, okay, more time to get the backlog going. It's like when Destiny were like, oh, we're delaying like the final shape by 4 months or whatever it was. And then they were like, I was like, okay, cool. That means I've got like 6 months to do a minimal amount of like one season of Destiny. And go and get like some games on my backlog done. And like, hey, while you're waiting, do you want like a 3-month period or like a 2-month period where there's a bunch of content being put out and it's going to disappear in June? And now it's gone the complete opposite way of like, great, now I'm like being forced to grind Destiny for things that are going away. I thought I had more time and now I've just got less.
Roger that.
I mean, that's the thing is, like, you know, they're going to come up against tough opponents later down the line regardless. So now we go back. Mystery Dungeon will be going against a grab-a-bag mystery streamer, just trying out a few different, like, smaller games all in one go. Like, you know, spend a few hours, play a game, and, like, for an hour at a time. But yeah. Like, that's the thing, yeah. Going... 2 guns, I was tempted to, like, give myself a heavy pistol as well, but I'm going to probably be relying on my powers, but maybe right now I should have probably gone for a double guns. We'll see how it all plays out. But, yeah. Mario Kart versus Kirby. The Mario Kart, and just gonna put CN again. Community night, they're playing with chat, and just Kirby, the most recent Kirby. I'm being lazy with it this time. Just the good one on Switch, the Forgotten Land. Yeah, maybe not the most recent one, maybe. I think there might have been a Kirby remake since then, but Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
There's so much Kirby.
There's so much Kirby. Like, you look at a game, like a Nintendo console in the last couple of years of its life, and it's like, hey, do you want 4 Kirby games? Here's 4
Like,
weird
oh,
Kirby
shit.
games.
Do you feel like they just found one under the sofa or something? Oh,
Holy shit. They're executing them.
We are doing well, yeah. Yeah, we'll see how this goes with just an assault rifle.
Here now.
And trying to use my powers a lot. I feel like, you know, it's Adept, isn't it, that we've gone for? That feels like it should be entirely based around just use your powers, use your powers, use your powers. Like, you've got a gun if you really need it.
Sure look like
yeah.
it.
But right now, we do only have 2 powers available to us.
Good question.
You'll learn that.
You don't know.
But one of them's
Too many
fucking
more cases, that's what
singularity.
you're asking?
It wasn't, but you have to admit, it's a bit, convenient. Look out!
God, what I would not give from, like, you know, a Rack 19 mate right now.
But we do have, like, the Discord for any tiebreakers that hopefully should help. Is when we'll come into trouble if, like, it also ties on the Discord poll as well as this poll here. Yeah,
just a few
Mario Kart
vehicles.
Kirby people.
Must
I
have had
did.
help from the inside.
You could be right.
No way they can take this facility with anything less than a full battalion.
Yeah, maybe they did have a full battalion. Never know.
I don't know, like, Shepard's nickname, a full battalion. Full battalion Shepard over here.
Like, Commander, a full battalion Shepherd. That's the full name. A little vote in there. Kirby.
Straight answer. About what? Do you know anything about why Cerberus is here?
What makes you think I know what they're up to?
Hi, Wally. Thank you for joining in.
Work for them, for God's sakes. How am I not supposed to think that?
So that is a very fair question.
I use them to take down the collectors. That's it.
There's more to it. They rebuilt you from the ground.
They
up to keep
literally,
us
they
chef.
did rebuild us,
Let me be
admittedly.
clear. I've had no contact with Cerberus since I destroyed the collector base.
I still do not understand, though, why, like, the people whose lives you've saved
Commander Shepard's
continue.
been
I know
under
for
since
story
Cerberus
reasons they
got
have
back
to
Earth.
give you
Mhm.
the choice.
Communicated since.
The fact, though, that, like, why would anybody under your command ever question your, like, leadership or, like, truthfulness? Ever? So I talk about, there's that
You don't
scene
trust
from
Cerberus?
Captain America
Then
where it's like, there's a
explain
soldier
this
talking about it of, yeah, Captain America is realistic initially. You know, people giving Captain America a bit of shit. You know, he's behaving the new guy. The moment he jumps on top of that grenade,
Oh, yeah.
there would never be a single person on that entire unit or in the army who would ever question him ever again.
Yeah.
The moment he did that, he would never like have any trouble getting anyone to believe anything he said. But I would follow that person to the end of the world.
Yeah, and that's like, that's the point, isn't it? Of like, that's how Captain America inspires so many, is acts like that. But yeah, just the fact that a lot of the people in the movie are still just like, well, I don't know about this guy though.
It's like in this as well, isn't it? Okay, so you are just like the biggest hero ever who always saves the day. Yeah, I don't know about Commander Shepard though. Or could you turn it down a bit on my end? It's like blowing out my face.
I think you have to, not me.
How do I do that myself? I wonder who that is.
Easy there, Lieutenant. She's with us.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, I can't change the
Shepard,
volume of my
thank the
stream
gods you're
on
alive.
your end.
Let's have a look.
You too, Liara.
Change
I
audio
was
out.
so worried when the reports came in.
That's very not loud.
Sorry about Earth.
Yeah. It was hard to leave like that.
Caden.
It's like, well, I know immediately going in the party,
Why'd
just
you come
Liara coming in.
here? Hackett ordered
The fact
us
that
to
it's usually like the two white dudes.
Yeah.
No, the two white, like the Spanish, the two soldier
just
men.
generic dudes.
Some answers, finally.
Maybe. I've
Um,
discovered plans for a Prothean device. One that could wipe
but
out the
I don't
Reapers.
know much about Kirby and the Forgotten Lands, but I
On
do
Mars?
know that it ends with a fight
In the
against
Prothean
God or some
archives,
shit.
yes.
Like, Kirby's one of those weird games where, like, the first 2/3 of the game is like, hey, run around fun-looking worlds and turn into a car and stuff like that. And then it's like, oh, go to fight, like, the, you know, anime god fight at the end with, like, incredible music and shit.
Well, that's like my Echo the Dolphin, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's the Dolphin Simulator." It's like, did you get more than 10 minutes in?
Wait, what happens in Echo? I never got more than the first level or so in.
Like God turns up.
Oh, okay. This is a carryover from the Mass Effect 2 run that we've changed up Shepard to look a bit more made up, like she was on the Mass Effect posters, just to make fun of it. But other than that, we are just carrying over our Mass Effect 2 character.
It's like gaming has progressed a lot, but this is still like keep in mind this is a sequel to the game when there's a lingering shot inside Miranda's arsehole. Like it's in there. It's all the way in.
We beating a Mario Kart there. Oh, okay. The next vote we've got for the community poll be Jack Fox Community Night versus Metal Gear Solid. No, Metal Gear Rising, sorry.
Get it right.
I do need to get it right. I'm gonna put Metal Gear Rising Rev. Just rev it up.
My favourite. Love revving it up.
Yeah, I'm I played Echo the Dolphin as a kid, yeah, and went, oh cool, dolphin game, got stuck, turned it off. I didn't realize.
Everybody did,
yeah, didn't realize like, oh God turns up.
Everyone always does that in Echo the Dolphin. And the reason it always like the reason it was so difficult was like the guy who programmed it apologized for it.
We've known about
It was in that era where like game makers didn't like that you could rent games.
Yeah.
Like they heard, oh, you can rent a game and people can complete it in a weekend. We're gonna make a game that's so bastard hard and obtuse, kids won't be able to do that.
Yes, exactly.
But all it actually ended up is people rent it once and never fucking play it again.
My search led me here. Hackett got me access to the archives and kept me updated on your status. I meant to come see you, but
I can't even vote on that to like put a vote in for Jackbox. I'm not allowed to have any power or influence here.
I'm not on a vote either. It's like, no, I'm supremely biased.
All basically is a professional Metal Gear Rising, yeah.
If it ends up being Revengeance, is what people are going to see me walk in from off camera. Say, wait, what? You were Alex here.
Carl just like gets a train down to my house without telling me and just turns up like Lucas. Lucas.
You fool.
Did you think you could challenge me to Metal Gear?
You think you could play it without me turning up?
I meant to come see you, but it's like, you know what? Actually, Liara, I'm going to let you off. As much as we're playing Renegade, it's like we did go and cheat on you with Thane, essentially.
I think I can forgive you.
You're too kind.
In fact, you not showing up to come and meet us, kind of what we wanted, because we wanted a nice couple of years with Thane.
Yeah. Well, he's dead now, right?
No.
But does he like just not turn up for the rest of the game? He
does make an appearance in this game, like most of your alive roommates do. But for some reason, they've all got like better things to do than save the galaxy.
To be fair, they're all probably like dealing with their own shit. I bet the Chonker is fucked.
Sounds like this weapon might be our best chance to blow the Reapers to hell.
It's not a weapon, not yet. It's
like
plans for a
Shepard.
device.
Plans for a device.
When you're 1.5 hours into an RPG, it's not the weapon that's going to help take out the...
Just across that tramway.
But yeah, so we found like a blueprint for a weapon, not a weapon itself.
Yeah, they seem hell-bent on catching you.
They want what I'm here for.
I presume like any stream will be just me on my own, but like maybe bringing in Carl from for some like remote help.
And anything
yeah.
powerful enough to destroy the Reapers.
Just might be something Cerberus.
That's what I'd like, to be honest, mate.
So it's a race to the archives.
Coming through again, like the raiding and just being unstoppable.
We got company.
Bring it on.
Not this time, James.
Oh.
What?
Get back to the shuttle. If Cerberus beats us to the archives, I need you covering the exits.
So I like as a community goal that we're very quickly wiping all potential community nights off the list. This community does not want to play as a community.
I like how they know as well that you're not going to want to fucking play with James.
Looks like they found us.
That's it. He should have been like...
Because the one conversation we've had with him so far, he was a prick to us.
Yeah, I said he should have been just an immediate, like, ride or die.
He should be like, oh shit, you're the legendary Commander Shepard. Not, who the fuck are you?
Like, he should be like the annoying fan.
That's all of them. Good. Let's find a way up.
I'm a gamer. Like, hopefully not a gamer TM, but I am a gamer. True. But yeah, I like that's the thing I like about Adept is you're able to make biotic explosions happen on your own, but having Liara there to just buff it even further and make even more is just great.
Yeah.
So this is another Grab's Treasure versus Super Mario RPG. Poll going up now. If I can't play, nobody can. But
How'd Cerberus get into the facility?
Not sure. One minute we were getting reports of the Reaper invasion.
how this
The
helps.
next, there was chaos. Didn't even realize it was Cerberus at first.
Could they be working with the Reapers?
Doubtful, but I suppose anything's possible.
Yeah.
They've sabotaged the elevator.
Oh.
There's gotta be another way up.
Oh, okay, that's... Here. Oh, no. I mean, yeah. That's the nice thing about this, is that, you know, the combat does feel very satisfying, and I just wish there was more characters to be able to mix and match with to make, like, your party builds a bit more diverse.
Yeah.
But...
Take cover.
It's so wild how like much the game, much smaller the game feels in terms of, like, the freedom you're afforded.
You go from like a crew of like potentially 12 in Mass Effect 2 if you get the DLCs to I think a maximum of 7 here with the DLC character, and we can get to the DLC character when it comes to it and how bullshit that all was.
We'll need access to the pedway. Controls should be nearby.
I think there's normally 6, but there's like the day one pay us 10 quid to get the character that's like meaningful to the story added to your party bullshit.
Oh, the classic.
Yeah.
Damn it. Security's been tampered with.
It's like, that may have been one of... My god, we're at level 29 already.
I guess it's like just that thing of like Final Fantasy of like, yeah, whatever. You're playing like the
Well,
sequel.
it's because we imported our character,
Did
right?
you see that? Who's that woman in the vid?
But because we did every, like, fucking...
That's Dr. Ivakore.
everything
She
apart
got
from,
here
like,
about a
one
week ago.
DLC that was meant to be, like, bit mid.
Any luck?
We've just done, like,
Pedway's been locked
so
out.
much... We got to such a high level in Mass Effect 2 that
Looks
the
like
game's
there's
like...
construction
Yeah, you're, like,
nearby. We can get
halfway
out
to
on the
max
roof.
level already.
We can find a way around from there.
Great. Let's move.
No, Zaid is the merc from Mass Effect 2, who was the only character that didn't make it through our suicide mission 2.
Good for him.
So yeah, if we go to squad right now, yeah, we've got like 57 points to put in already. Let's fucking go. Oh, yeah, another Crab's Treasure looks fun, but it's hard to compete with fucking Mario. So for now, just give ourselves a couple. Dexterity, more charisma. So let's see what's the best for you to go down. Increase recharge speed of all powers by 40% for 30 seconds. Detonating bows. Increase damage bonus and force bonus by 25%. Increase power duration by 25%. That might be the better way to go, just in terms of like keeping our singularity open for a long time for then other people to get off biotic explosions on that.
I just want to see like as many biotic explosions.
Okay, so it's not pick up or down. Each rank you get to pick the top or the bottom one, which is good. Yeah, the power tree is a bit sad, but like it is, I guess, an improvement than Mass Effect 2, where the squad powers were just like level it up. There was no choice until like the very last thing.
Yeah, and it was always like, do you want damage or do you want like secondary?
Yeah, like normally it was like damage or duration or damage or blast radius. I mean, we should probably take the reputation.
Yeah, it's like that's like a critical thing to this game than
Yeah.
Fallout. That means that you're technically not complete the game, you've not got the online. Don't you need like the online to have the perfect run?
I don't know if the Legendary Edition has anything online related or not.
Like they must have fixed it, right? Surely.
You would think they would have updated it for this, yeah. A biotic cluster grenade. That sounds like fun. Leave that for now. Definitely upgrade Singularity. Yeah, okay. Last longer and more enemies can be lifted by it. Yeah, that sounds good. Increase recharge speed to 1.27 seconds.
They're going to be so powerful from second one.
And detonate the Singularity when the field dies. Presume it means like the singular field. Let's do that. Let's just make it an explosive one as well at the end. I just want to go in all in on like Biotic Mastery and Singularity to begin with.
He was going to see him like, that is Commander for Shepard.
Yeah, maybe James will like put some respect on our name now. So they updated it because they had to remove the multiplayer. Okay, cool. So there is some like something takes it into account at very least.
I was thinking that.
So it's easier to get the good ending with just the war support alone, not player stuff. Cool. Let's do that. Let's unlock throw and pull as well. Like, we've already gotten so powerful for the first mission. Oh, hang on. Biotic. Or like, we definitely want this double Singularity to be powerful.
She's like, you know what? It's the core gameplay loop back. Let's go.
Yeah. Increase recharge speed of our powers, let's go. Powers and force duration orb. And then if we get like a few points into some warp hammer. Unlock stasis just in case we need. They're gonna be weak, but they'll be there at least.
And it'll be like it's just another, feather in your bow.
Mm-hmm. That looks like we are nice and stonked. The game took a second because it was processing. Just wait. Like, how many things did you just upgrade in one go?
Yeah, how powerful are you now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, oh dear God. Shepard has become canonical Shepard now. Oh dear, we're outside.
That zone's getting close.
Okay. Re-rolling the enemies.
What the hell?
Just the AI also just got like a power bump of 20 levels.
I hate games that do that.
I don't know whether it did or not.
Barely.
That was just, me going along with the joke, but I've got no clue whether this power scales or not.
I didn't read that, James. Repeat.
I mean, we were playing at, on normal difficulty. It shouldn't be that difficult regardless.
No, you have to override security protocols. Someone vented the air from this room while they were still here.
God, that must be such a rough way to die. Is somebody just turns off oxygen supply in the room.
Yeah, it's like, really? Do you have to be that much of a dick about it?
Like, because that means that not only have you all got to electively panic and struggle and, like, lose oxygen and suffocate slowly, like, you're all panicking in a room together. It's, like, a collective panic and fury as well. some glass can be broken.
I love when like you get tutorialized stuff like this, and it's like, because the people you get tutorialized to do it to have no fucking chance.
Yeah. Well, let's double singularity immediately. Oh dear god, that looks so rough.
I just want to know what that feels like.
Yeah. Does it feel like to be inside two black holes? Guessing the answer is fucking rough. Just two miniature black holes like ripping you apart at once.
It's like, you absolute fool.
And then one of them got reaved by Caden as well. So while that's happening, just Caden's like, hey, I'm gonna just like fuck up your brain as well.
There we go. We have access to the labs.
True, Cerberus, they deserve it. Fine.
Hey, there's a
The
recording
wireless
of what
one
happened
goes.
here.
Sorry, I'm sorry, Mr. Krabs. Another day.
Security station. Come in. We're seeing some odd activity down here.
Oh.
Our security protocols just kicked in. Everything's locked down. Doctor, I'll get you a report as soon as...
Oh god.
Can't believe.
I defo think that's Ashley.
Come back from the grave. I can't believe she shot two people. How much of a dickhead have you got to be to shoot two people?
Two old people, Carl.
Who's just throwing black holes at people's dick.
It's okay, Liara. Don't worry about the crazy psychopath woman.
Stopping the Reapers is the only thing we should be focused on. It's not your fault.
But what if we're wrong? What if there's no way to stop them? What if these are our last days and we spend them scurrying around trying to solve a problem we can't fix?
Alright, immediately you get off my team.
I shouldn't think that way. I don't know how you do it.
I can't think of an attitude that'd be more unhelpful.
Yeah. Like,
But can you bigger killer of morale than what about if it's all pointless?
Yeah.
Just keep doing
Like, come on, Liara. Remember what it was like back in Mass Effect 1.
We'll stop them.
Okay?
One way
We
or
don't
another.
fuck about, we get the job done.
I wish I had your confidence. Okay, doors open.
Right,
We can get
next
to the
vote
labs and
going
train
in
station
is
through there.
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon
Good.
versus our little grab bag
Let's move.
stream. Vote for going on. Kailang. Which one's Kailang as well?
Oh god, it's that dipshit.
I remember the name, but I don't remember who Kailang was. They're like the assassin or something.
The weird fucking cringe lord.
Yeah. Elusive Man's Assassin, yeah, thought so.
Have you seen as well, there is a mod for the game that removes all of his lines of dialogue and it makes him a better character. It's like, that's how bad a character he is. Removing his dialogue
Oh,
makes
let's
him a
see
better
what this
character.
cluster grenade does.
Do it, fuck it.
Oh dear
Eat
god!
it.
That just wiped like all of them out.
So they're just like on their
What's your
mic right
shield
now,
gonna
like-
do against double singularity?
Yeah, they're on the mic right now, like you said he was level 1. Our data said Shepard was level 1.
They're doing well. They're holding up. What does pull do though? Yeah, just pull your shield away. What are you gonna do now?
It's the funniest thing.
Fair play, they did tank the singularity, but then I just pulled the shield off their hands. Sorry everyone, like this is so rough. I would not want to be these people. Centurion
Imagine
thinks
that as
they're
well.
so fancy with a shield.
Yeah, see Shepard do this, and then like Liana's like, but what about if we can't win? Sam, what? I'm sorry, I can't hear you on the sound. Of me tearing people apart with my portable black hole gun.
There's not even a gun, it's just off hands. we've upgraded. Last time we needed a gun for black holes. This time though.
Like, absolutely just get all the way stuck. And what do you actually do against that?
Like, genuinely, what the fuck do you do? Just watching this happen. Imagine being the guy at the back. I'd just run. I'd just run.
Just knowing that you have to fight it.
Pokemon free dungeon, eking out a win again.
Just activated the decontamination protocols.
With the staff still inside.
Staff inside of just like cleanse. Oh shit, yeah, because you have to like activate it in a way that gonna be safe, I think. There we go.
This is where they studied the various relics unearthed here.
What did they find?
More than I could describe in a short conversation.
Thanks,
But it
Liara.
only scratched the surface.
Just how much information did they find? Or too much to tell you?
Like, a lot, trust me. But...
It's like the line at the end of Destiny's story of like, oh, I've not got time to explain why I've not got time to explain. And that was like the ending of the story. Is like, great.
I almost respect that though.
Thanks, thanks everyone. You know what we've got? Plenty of time. We're playing an MMO. How many more rounds of the tournament is left? At the moment, there are 4 contenders left. So it's Kirby and Forgotten Lands versus Metal Gear Rising, Super Mario RPG versus Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. There's 3 more votes to go. So Kirby. Metal Gear Rising. Like, who's more powerful, Kirby or Raiden?
Kirby.
Yeah, I mean, by 1,000,000% right.
Yeah.
But polls up in chat to see which game we want to play most. Kirby and the
I
Forgotten
can't even believe
Rising.
you have to ask that question. Who's stronger?
Oh no,
Kirby.
I was joking. Of like, it's not a question at all. Kirby is stronger. We just grabbed that stuff. It's fine. If we don't, we don't.
Like Shepard fucking calling us.
Just remember, you know, we're a big old capable people. We don't need backseat gaming. And that's like, I know some people are just like, I'm trying to help. It's like, we'll be fine. We're playing on normal mode with like, we're 30 levels over leveled.
Heads up!
That's an understatement.
I take it that's the only way in.
It's the only way I know of.
We'll skirt around it.
Don't
Stay out of
worry.
its sights.
Did you see what we just did?
Yeah. I think we've got this.
Don't let it target you.
Or Metal Gear beating up Kirby. Or Kirby.
No! Not Kirby.
Or little Kirby.
Kirby's so good as well. Like,
It won't be modded in any way. I won't be able to mod it because I won't be able to play on them. My PC won't be able to handle that, even though it's an old game. It won't. It hasn't got a good graphics engine at all, so like a graphics card at all. So it will struggle to do streaming and playing anything that isn't like a little tiny indie game. And even then, just doing some like 3DS emulation, my consoles and my PC has been
oh my
struggling.
God. I've got a fucking combat roll. Like completely pointless.
Have you ever
combat,
played Carl Gears of War?
Like. It's that thing of like it's so fucking obvious, right?
Yeah.
The turret can't fire on us from here.
And it's like great. I love the story, great game, but just you can feel that like just someone's over the shoulder, like make it like Gears of War.
Yeah, like you can feel EA being like, RPGs don't sell well enough. This could sell more. Make it a cover shooter with some RPG in there.
Like genuinely just so annoying and disappointing.
Oh dear.
It's the exact conversation. You know that's how the conversation went down.
Yeah, just RPGs don't sell well. Mass Effect is very popular. It could be way more popular if you just made it a shooter. Like, you know exactly that's how it went down. There we go. Metal Gear beating out Kirby.
Set up a perimeter. No one else comes across.
We still have teams on the other side.
No
Yeah,
one can shut down those cameras.
Looks like they've made it to the archives.
And I doubt they'll just send us a tram.
Can you override it?
Yeah.
The archives are on a separate network. We're completely locked out.
Not if we can find a short-range communicator, helmet to helmet.
And?
And we convince them that we're on their side. Tell them the Alliance forces have been taken care of.
Good idea. See what you can find.
but Super RPG. Super Mario RPG versus Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Mario versus Pokemon in the chat. Let's go.
The Major has become very capable.
Agreed.
Commander.
Yeah, Caden's doing alright.
something.
This other guy, though, the only conversation I've had with him, he doubted me immediately.
Yeah.
Not
What
too
a
sure
good
how
way
to feel about
What have you got?
what a way to endear me to his character.
He's got a transmitter in his helmet. If I can... My God. Looks like a husk.
that. Been justified.
Quite. They've definitely done something to it.
Like, they've upgraded the husk features.
And by they, you mean Cerberus? They did this to their own guy? Is this what they did to you?
I mean, I hope it isn't what they did to me. Can you see the glowing blue eyes in me?
And I am not gonna force
Although,
you
to be fair, did you see what we looked like before the fucking...
Yeah.
The surgery happened and we had, like, the black eyes and
Let's see if we can
the
get those
glowing
back
scars everywhere.
Still mad you didn't keep that.
It's fine. Caden never saw us like
Hello,
that.
this is Delta Team. Anybody there?
Caden wasn't on the ship at the time. It's okay.
Never mind. What's your status?
We're at the tram station, waiting for extraction. All hostiles terminated.
Roger that.
Mario
Extra
RPG
team
and
will
lead.
head over and secure the station.
Think they bought it?
They didn't. They'll figure it out soon enough.
We should get in position. Flank them when they get off the train.
Like, that's the weird thing with those
Keep
kind of
thinking,
situations
Major.
where you don't try and disguise your voice at all.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird because
Right away.
as much as you don't think about it,
Got it.
the human voice, because of, like, you know, all the different combinations of both nature and nurture that come into your voice, like,
Here they come.
it's one of the most unique aspects about you and one of the most immediately identifiable things. So as silly as it is when people are like, hey, you don't sound like someone on my team, it's like, that is kind of how it would probably actually go down.
But at the same time, faking your voice will probably be really obvious because you get to tell you're putting on a voice. Like, why are you putting on a voice? You'd be way more suspicious.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, these people just chance. Or Cerberus, what will we do? I thought I pulled the shield off this guy and they didn't die, but apparently they able car control. Oh fuck yeah. Super Mario RPG making the way.
Fuck yeah.
Are we gonna are we gonna go all the way through this just to be like play Metal Gear like Carl does?
hope he doesn't win. I always said it as a joke. I didn't even expect to put it in. I hope he doesn't win.
Angry Cerberus troops.
Because bear in mind, this is like me playing it, not Carl. I'll have to delay that for a second. I didn't realise how badly I was getting shot.
That famous last line. I did not realise I was being shot like a lot.
By 18 troopers. Just looks so cool. Especially in a tiny little cable car.
Yeah, I can't wait to get to the point where we start like doing this like 40 edge of like the level and stuff.
Push them off the edge.
Damn, they really didn't want us getting in here.
Yes, it confirms my assertions about the value of the data stored here.
And obviously, I'll put the duration a bit longer on this one, so everyone has a chance, because this is the final vote. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance versus Super Mario RPG. Which game we stream after we do... Bear in mind, this is like after we finish Mass Effect 3. This is like, what are we going to do for Mondays after Mass Effect 3, of all things?
Yeah.
So that's a long time away, but do you want to make sure we've got a goal to go get towards? So the poll is up in chat. Yeah, because it looks bad when I'm on like stream being like, hey, sub towards me getting a goal. What's the goal? I don't know.
I don't know. The goal is to have a goal.
You did miss Mario versus Pokemon Red Hot. Mario RPG won that one. Yeah, it just feels a bit bad when people are like putting money towards a sub goal that they don't know what they're paying towards.
Also, the mystery.
Like, yeah, I get that side, yeah. I wonder. The irony as well. It would have been a high in the Discord poll as well as the viewer poll.
Hell yeah.
If Pokemon and Mario had tied. Going. Activate the control. Like, that was it. Red Hot, you murdered Pokemon. To be fair, though, like, you might not have wanted to vote for Pokemon, specifically Red Hot, because then it just is getting in the way of us doing more community nights of, like, battling.
Would you not do 2 Pokemon streams?
I wouldn't be doing, like, Mondays and Thursdays with Pokemon now.
You call yourself Legend of Kanto. Don't want to commit to 2 Pokemon streams. I
mean, maybe if I was, like, full-time streaming, then yeah, but with it just being, like, a hobby, basically, you know, I don't want to make 2/3 of my content just Pokemon for anyone else that wants to, like, mix things up and is here to see me play other stuff. I find it a bit rude that Liara can get her singularity through walls, but we can't.
Just the NPC privilege. No! Put him down.
Take off. Like, your shields are only helpful for so long.
Like what shield?
That's the thing is, I do like having one gun. Because just look at how quickly I can just keep pulling the shield off them. Like, nope. Like, no fun for you. Like, I'm doing, like, oh god.
Like, it's actually wild how much you have, like, your powers. We've all been there, man.
Dear god. This guy. He's having a rough sleep. You got one more minute if anyone does want to throw a vote in for what our next goal is. Mario RPG winning by a vote at the moment. Like, yeah. I quite like just having the assault rifle, because the assault rifle obviously is kind of the...
It does everything, yeah. Like,
it's decent enough in every regard. The annoying thing is, like, the only option to give people multiple votes on this is to give people the ability to vote with points, and then that just means whoever's got a pile like amount of votes just like gets to choose, like, whoever's got the most points just picks whatever they want to win. Basically, it just keeps the vote a bit like fair in this regard of like, well, if someone's only just joined in, their vote is just as important as everyone else's.
The Protheans. They left all this for us to discover, but we squandered it.
Still can't believe we got Martin Sheen back.
About the archives for more than 30 years. And what have they done with it?
You can save your points, but I think like there's a lot of people that are very, very saved up at this point.
The data in these artifacts holds the
that chosen one. Like, I'm gonna be honest, you know, it's a joke that's not worth 1,000,000 points and worth saving for.
Improved.
And there's only one redemption of it allowed. It's not
And spoilers, I've already got it.
Carl's already got 1,000,000 points anyway. He's just waiting for someone to say they've got 990.
Imagine how strong.
Like, you're like, dick move.
If we controlled them.
With that data, I'll rid the galaxy of those machines once and for all.
Your vision is pathetically limited.
Like, I've always been very open in saying, like, there is a reward behind it. A reward that is, like, it's a little something, but it's nothing particularly worth all that amount of time. And I probably should have, like... The reason I put it at that is because I figured, like... Well, no one's ever going to actually... If I put it at 1,000,000, no one's actually going to try. It's that ridiculous a goal, and then I've like, created a monster.
Shepard.
What?
The data, it's not here.
It's just like... It's a fucking packet of chocolate that I bought on the day that I started streaming.
Damn it.
And by the time that someone eventually hits 1,000,000, it'll be like 5 years old.
No or whatever now.
But the person who gets it will it'll just be moldy. So yeah, this is the woman that betrayed everybody and shock horror killed 2 old people.
Can't believe she'd do that.
She's got the data.
I mean, that's the thing about like the psychology behind it, right? That ultimately it is a joke, but it is a joke that's there because it does help retention in people.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I will never ever say that that's not the reasoning I did it. It totally is. I always want to be honest about that. Of like, yeah, totally, that's why I put it there. Of course it is, but I never want to be dishonest with people and make it seem like it's this grand reward. It's like, oh my god, Dr. Eva, where did you just... Oh my god, just through the ceiling. But yeah, I just never want to mislead people and make it seem like it's this like incredible thing. It's like, no, it's mostly just a joke that does technically have like a little bit of it.
You'd hope there'd be some like value people see, right?
But when you say like, if I wasn't very particular about how I worded it, of like, well, there's monetary value behind the reward. Like, what's the problem? Like, some people are gonna think, oh man, he's doing a giveaway of like $1,000 at the end of it or something. It's like, no. do you? I think that's all you're meant to do is just catch them.
Yeah, I like it where you can clearly tell the game's like, you're not letting you get close.
Yeah.
But
It's doing
that,
that thing with like Robotnik and Sonic of like Robotnik is always slightly faster.
Yeah, the moment you get anywhere near her, she just immediately just teleports forward. What's your like favorite example of like the game clearly doesn't want you to do that?
I don't really know. I always talk about that one that I found funny with like Halo Infinite, where it's like the ship's gonna explode, hurry! And like you can just stand there all day if you wanted to.
Like the game clearly does not want you to catch up to her.
Yeah, yeah. I think the Robotnik one might be a great example of like it's a supersonic hedgehog and a fat Robotnik like doctor, like a fat Dr. Robotnik. I mean, like, and like all of a sudden, Dr. Robotnik, no matter what you do, no matter whether you like spin dash there or anything, he's always a little bit faster, just fast enough to get away. Like, but Sonic's literally a supersonic hedgehog.
It's in the name.
I wish there was a fucking revenue share with the GIF account. There's no revenue for the GIFs.
Yeah, it's kind of scary, like, even though, like, you think potentially you could do something like that, maybe.
But I don't get money off GIFs.
I mean, but you think, like, potentially there could be a way, like, to do that, right?
I mean, I don't particularly know that there is a way.
But how many people would, like, fuck it up?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, how many people would,
I don't
like...
want to be a Peter Molyneux over here, Carl. The last thing is, I look at my dick.
Let him go.
Oh yeah, of course, she was a robot all along.
Orders?
Dispose of him.
Isn't that like what you drop Edie into, right?
Shut up, Carl. But, oh my god, no. Just... I like how we immediately got to 1 HP, and then it's like, took like 5 more shots to the brain. 5% of nothing, that's the Peter Molyneux way.
Grab that thing. Bring it with us.
You know what's even worse, Carl? You know we joked about that Peter Molyneux game where he's like, oh, you'll get 5% share of my... Or a number of, like, significant number of, like, share within my next game.
Wasn't it like the person never got anything and just, he still says that that's enough because they got, like, they got the prestige of being associated with him.
Because in the video we joke, oh, he just never made that next game. He cancelled that one and made a different one. Like, no, he made that game and just went, fuck you, we think we honoured your deal.
By not giving you anything.
By giving you 0. I was like, oh, that's even worse. It's not, oh, we cancelled that project and moved on. It's, no, that we made monetary value out of that game. I just gave you
never
nothing.
gave the person it, yeah.
Yeah, and walked away.
I almost respect that, though, just like how much of a dick move it is.
Gave him a code for free armor. I mean, that literally, the horse armor is worth more than what that guy got in the end. Unless they quietly settled without that guy ever saying anything, like signing an NDA or something.
I know.
I bet it's one of those things where, like, Peter Molyneux legitimately didn't think that's like, wait, people can hold me to account for that? It's like, yeah, dipshit.
Yeah.
You said it publicly. Well, I say public stuff all the time that no one ever holds me to. What do you mean?
Edie can learn from that thing.
Also, yeah, just on Giphy alone, not even the 10 views, because Giphy gives me a better breakdown of the view count. The GIFs I've got on my account, I've got 81.7 million views. And it's completely unmonetizable. Like, you just can't earn money for making GIFs.
Edie, can you clear this up? I'll do my best.
But, like, I've got a GIF with 19 million views. And the only thing I guess I could do is, like, when you've got enough GIFs out there with enough popularity, you could maybe be like, hey, like, technically, does my dog count as an influencer? You might be able to, like, get away with, you know, monetizing it that way kind of thing.
Like, make an Instagram account or something and get, like, sponsored shit.
I also missed that, Automod caught that last comment from you, but apologies. But yeah, I would
Massive in size
like
and
to
scope,
think
the
that most
capable
people
of
that watched me long
unquantifiable
enough
levels
to
of
know, like, to
destruction.
get to a fucking $1,000,000 prize pool on here,
Send me
like,
the data.
even if you were
I'll
just
do our own
lurking, would
analysis.
get me and my
If
personality
Yara's
enough to know that,
instincts are
like,
right, this might be the key to stopping
yeah,
the Reapers.
I hope
you
so.
know, it's just a
Major
fun
Alenko
joke
was
that
critically
we
injured.
can all be
We're taking
happy
him
with.
to
But you know,
Pacifica.
there's someone out there
Sorry
that's
to
like,
hear that, Shepard.
you lied and
But we both
manipulated
know
us
this is just the
all.
beginning. Talk to the council, show them what you found. With luck, they'll give you all the support we need.
And if they don't?
This is a concept I've never really understood of. Like, the council won't help you. It's like literally the fate of the universe at stake.
Like, at this point, when Earth has been taken by the Reapers,
Shepard,
you would think that everyone is contacting Shepard like, fuck it, we'll give you whatever you want. You were right.
Like, you're literally the only person who has any knowledge of these things. Like, we will give you whatever it takes to just not have to.
Everything you said was completely right. You're the only one that's ever dealt with these things up close and, like, actually taken one down.
The Admiral's right.
Yeah,
It's going
like,
to get
we'll
worse,
give
isn't
you
it?
everything you fucking
Unless we
need
stop
and just
the
take your
Reapers,
word
yeah.
for everything from now on.
But, yeah.
I've looked at the data. This weapon could be the answer if we can build it.
15 years to 1,000,000. That's why I say it to,
Since
like,
you don't
yeah,
quite believe it though.
1,000,000, because I just thought that was so insane that no one's ever gonna get there. Because, like, once it's gone, and then I haven't got that gimmick anymore.
What you do is you like, just when it's about to happen, just you get rid of it.
The Chosen second child. For 2,000,000 points. The Chosen 1 2.0. Just do what Epic Games did with the seriously achievement of, like, double the foot down.
I'm a soldier. I should be back on Earth fighting, not wasting my time with this.
If it's going
You
to
saw
work,
what
we
happened,
need
Shepard.
you.
Did you really think you had any chance of making a difference on, like, just by battling one fight with a Reaper on Earth?
Shepard,
Yeah, but it would look really cool.
It would have looked cool as fuck.
isn't it worth
Like
trying?
when you drag it behind the Normandy towards the council and say, do you want that? This
Make sure we're ready to present our findings to the council.
I'm sure the council will see the need to help.
Just round them all up in a big net.
So you should just be able to say to Liara, it's like, you know the council. You're the same council who's like, what do you expect us to do? I said, I don't know, your job.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have any proof of this. Earth is being glassed as we speak.
We also glossed over the fact that, yeah, Super Mario RPG is the community goal.
Yay!
We were busy in the middle of doing stuff with Edie at the time. But yeah, fuck it. We'll be aiming towards Super Mario RPG. Which I should be able to update in real time here.
Oh, fuck it, we've all.
And that's, like, a really cool reward. Like, vibing with that. Because I've not played the remake, but I might just have to be like, hey, mention to my friend that wanted to play it with me. Like, hey, do we want to do that first, and then we can show it off to chat, or like.
Where are you taking him?
Huerta Memorial. Best care in the Citadel.
We're not going with?
We need to see the council.
Right. Looks like they might be coming to see you.
Commander Shepard, got word you were arriving.
Captain Bailey, good to see you again.
Yeah, you too. Though it's Commander now.
Congratulations.
Like how Shepard just could not give a fuck.
Now half my job is dealing with political bullshit and escorting dignitaries around. No offense.
None taken. So you're here to bring us to the council?
Like, dude.
I'm here to tell you the council
like,
is expecting you, but they're
you know,
dealing
A,
with
saved
their
your
own
life.
problems with the war.
And B, basically gave you a promotion. Just
they
be happy to see me.
The fact that no one likes you.
Yeah.
Because they have to reset your reputation to 0 for this game's plot to work.
You might have time to
Doesn't
go to the
matter
medical
how
center if you want to
perfect you
check on
did your job.
progress over there.
It's the same reason why the council, even if you go for the option of they're all human now, you have an entirely new council of aliens.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Specifically so that they can say we're not going to help Earth.
Meeting with the council is our top priority.
Like,
I'll head up to Udina's office now.
the idea
Meet
of
me there.
combining
One of
Cherry
my men
Coke
can
and
show
Dr.
you the
Pepper.
way.
I'm like, oh no.
You?
Just a cherry bakewell.
Today. I'll try not to get in any trouble.
Everyone just doubling down on Renegade. What is Dr. Pepper's, like, flavor?
The other half of my job.
Its flavor is
See you
freedom.
around, Shepard.
'Cause I can't remember what
No doubt.
they technically call the flavor of Dr. Pepper, but it is already like quite cherry-ish anyway.
Yeah, I think like it combines to make it taste like cherry bakewell.
Dr. Pepper official flavor, maybe?
I want you to just get a pop-up saying like stop trying to give our secrets. Dr. Pepper does not appreciate you trying to steal our secrets.
I still think my favorite is like, I think it's Aldi's knockoff Dr. Pepper that's called Professor Peppy. I'm just like, yes, Professor Peppy. Let's go.
Like, Aldi's knockoffs, just like some of them are unbelievable.
Here's some guesses as to what makes what 23 flavors go into Dr. Pepper in no particular order.
I think it's like asking what flavor Coca-Cola is. It's like it's its own flavor.
It's like amaretto, almond, blackberry, black licorice, carrot, clove, cherry, cola, ginger, juniper, lemon, molasses, nutmeg, orange, prune, plum, pepper, root beer, rum, raspberry, tomato, vanilla, apricot, caramel, anise. I presume that's like star anise.
Yeah, I'm a thief.
Sarsaparilla, cardamom, allspice, coriander, juniper, birch, and prickly ash. And that's just guesses from like a blog of like what goes in there.
See, where is like E numbers number like 86?
Oh, that's like the flavoring guesses. Oh, Carl.
Yeah. What?
Everyone's favorite character.
Oh, Jessica Chobot.
Jessica Chobot's here.
Commander.
Don't sell more NFT, Jessica Chobot.
Oh no, she didn't. Oh no.
I'm pretty sure she did. Let's double check.
I know, and it hasn't exactly
The only
been
real
conducive to a
exposure I've got
galactic
to Jessica Chobot after she stopped working at like
I'm a military
whichever
reporter at
gaming
the show
site she
called
was at
Battle
was like
Space.
her being a
Yeah, on
judge
just about
on
all council
BattleBots, and I was like, oh, that's
My
cool.
producers
Jessica
want
Chobot's
me
there.
embedded on a human ship, and I want that ship to be the Normandy.
Emily
Why
Wong
would
was
I want
snubbed.
that?
I'm not familiar
Wars
with
can be
Emily Wong,
won
I
or
don't think.
lost in the editing room, and this war needs to be won. I've got Alliance security clearance and operate without a crew. You get veto power over the segments I file. Can you handle an arrangement like that? Or do I keep
You know what my
looking?
favourite bit is? Is like, man, it's probably a good idea that you had this before like Gamergate and all that stuff, because like she's playing a journalist who's like, hey, you can pick what stories I print about you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Obviously we're playing Renegade. Fuck you,
You're a
Chobot.
reporter. I command a stealth ship. The two don't mix.
Well, I guess you'll have to win support on your own then.
It's just the most unlikable character in the entire fucking game.
I mean,
guess you'll
definitely
have to-
not. It's just a weird thing to, like, not just have Jessica Chobot in as a voice, but, like, oh, here's Jessica Chobot that's designed exactly like Jessica Chobot, that is a reporter. And it's like, oh, God, it feels so ham-fisted.
I love as well, like, her thing is like, I will have one winning support on your own. So I saved the galaxy twice and Earth is on fire.
And they still all hate me.
That's the thing, the council has to hate you, because if they actually took into account how much respect you had in the previous two games, you'd walk into the council office and they'd be like, here's $1 billion.
Yeah, exactly right.
So you could just walk up to the fucking like Krogan, and the Krogan like is like 1 billion shit.
They basically have to put you at
0.
0.0 because a lot of people were potentially playing this for the first time because, you know, they put loads of marketing and made it an action game and stuff. They're like, yeah, there's going to be so many new people playing it. Like, you can't have any expectations that they've played the first two. In an RPG trilogy, it's like, god damn it, okay.
But also, the story wouldn't really work if you had the respect, because like the whole point is you got to try and win support.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Dr. Chakwas.
How does Dr. Chakwas get fit at every game? Like, the weird like plasticine look of the women in this game actually makes sense. It makes me want to have like the botched bit of surgery.
Renegade mode is just our morality. So Renegade is evil in the game. Paragon is good in the game. And basically, a vote for Renegade mode puts us more towards the evil side. Each use gives you 200 points towards like good or evil, basically. And yeah, Renegade means we play the evil options. Paragon means we play the good option, or like the good person option. The first two games we've been playing mostly Renegade Shep with like a couple of moments of Paragon sprinkled in there to just not be like a dick and, you know, annihilate an entire race of Rachni when they ask for mercy.
Yeah, like Dr. Chakwas has like an old lady model and a voice actress. I'm not sure all the voice actors were old at the time, but she's clearly put on like an older woman voice.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Then just every game she gets like hotter and hotter.
Yeah.
Like she's got grey hair, but she's got a face that has like
skin gets smoother and smoother every year. She's got like Benjamin Button disease.
So you hadn't technically done anything wrong by joining.
Like her character model looks younger than yours.
Yes, though I suppose if you were judged to be a war criminal, I would have been tried as an accessory.
You belong on the Normandy drinking brandy and not doing anything, Jackwatts.
I couldn't agree more. You say the word and I'm with you.
Yes, yes.
Normandy wouldn't be the same without you, Doctor.
We don't want Chobot, but we do want Jackwatts.
D24.
Yes, Commander. And thank you.
Don't thank me so soon. Remember,
that's the thing is, like, they marketed Mass Effect 3 as a shooter, but originally, like, Mass Effect 1 was very much like, here is super, like, RPG BioWare game, like, a lot of decision-making and stuff, and kind of Mass Effect picked up a bit, and EA decided, hey, you could make Mass Effect 2 a bit more like an action game and a bit less like an RPG, so it's a bit of a middle ground. And then they pushed even further. They're like, hey, let's just market this as a fucking shooter. They're like, but it's not. It's a trilogy of like a continuous story where you make decisions and have morality systems and stuff. They're like, yeah, so it's a shooter, right? Okay, cool, got it. EA, stop it. Leave your hands out of this. Like, I can't imagine how incredible Mass Effect 3 could have been if EA's response to, like, you know, all of the sales and reviews of Mass Effect 2 were like, perfect. You've done it, just keep doing what you were doing for 2.
Yeah. Look at this game where, like, and then they must have realised halfway through, because the DLC for this game is literally just go to a party and talk to your friends.
Yeah. And, like, all of the... Bear in mind, Mass Effect 2 is on Metacritic as, like, one of, I think, like, the top, like, 20 games, highest rated games of all time. And EA went, yeah, but we could sell more if we made a computer and made it more.
See you again so soon.
That era of, like, every game was Call of Duty was so fucking rough.
For when I ship out?
And also, yeah, we won't be doing necessarily a fun Renegade playthrough of Mass Effect 3. This is why I have chat deciding, helping us decide, like, where we take our morality, because like Mass Effect 1 and 2 is a bit more like, oh man, yeah, like, badass Shepard getting the job done, and Mass Effect 3 is like, are you gonna be a massive asshole to, like, all of the galaxy in order to defeat the Reapers?
Yeah.
And, like, what consequences are you gonna pick for the rest of the galaxy?
Don't know if you can hear me, but since you can't tell me to get the hell out either, I'm gonna take my chances.
Oh my god. That's so rough.
You
Like,
see that,
Caden,
it's like,
I know that you've just been, like, blown up under my command. However, on your fucking feet, sir.
I can see that as being like a
Back to your post, Major.
yeah, I can see that friendly way of like, if you die, I'll kill you, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Me, you're a hell of a soldier. The Alliance could sure use you.
And this is one of the reasons why a lot of people think that, like, you know, the gay Caden relationship is like one of the best written ones.
With, like, male Shepherd, yeah.
Yeah, because you have like 2 games of build up, then you have this moment. Obviously, like, you know, Shepherd cares a lot about Caden.
Well, you kind of only have one game of it, right?
Yeah, but then the second game, like, you'll hear from him a little bit.
You do meet them in one mission, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my god, I can't believe you with Cerberus now.
Like, that bit is like just a lot more emotional. You can tell that's written because they probably expect like a lot of people to have romanced him.
Exactly, yeah. Like, a lot of people did romance Caden or Ashley in Mass Effect 1. So, that's like, it's either Caden or Ashley in that room, depending on which one you saved on Vermeer. So, like, they are essentially, like, in Mass Effect 2 and 3, they're kind of, like, interchangeable almost, because they play, whichever one survives plays that role. But they will meet you on that same mission in the human colony in 2, and then they will be the person in 3 that saves you and ends up in hospital. They're not here. Yes, there is a limit.
Poor Caden.
Automod expired.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select a destination.
I do my best.
1 moment, please.
But yes, we put a limit of like 5 redemptions per stream just so that everybody with a lot of points again didn't have all the power in voting. What we try to be very aware of.
Talk to a Volus.
I couldn't speak to them.
Ah.
That is another thing that you'll notice is like just wandering around game to game. Mass Effect, like you could speak to quite a few people. Mass Effect 2, some less. Mass Effect 3, not many at
None
all.
of them. Because like in Mass Effect 1, they very rightfully assumed that when you're walking around and you see a cool alien, you'd want to talk to the cool alien, like, hey, what's up? You're a cool alien. What's your deal?
Yeah.
And then Mass Effect 2 and 3 is like, no, the aliens don't matter. They're background noise to this battle. Like, don't you want to talk to the human characters? No, I'll talk to the Volus.
There is no anti-humanity conspiracy here, Ms. Al-Jalani. The Council's simply not granting interviews at this time.
My viewers are going to know that CSEC and the Council are denying them access.
Listen, lady, you think I like playing gatekeeper between the paparazzi and the politicians? I don't have time to babysit them, and I'm not here to hold your hand.
Also, this guy's voice, that's very weird.
It is the same voice.
His voice is not match his character model.
Commander Shepard? Commander, humanity has questions.
Get fucked. So humanity is currently being cursed on by the aliens. Fuck you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we're playing on a
feel like a glorified
Xbox at the moment.
Most people would see it as a move
So
up.
I do not have the ability to
in
mod
here
it
with all the
to
stuff,
add more
sure.
aliens in, which
Rather
sounds like a
back
cool
down on the
mod.
streets.
Just like adding
I
more
appreciate
aliens in and
higher
cool
pay
shit
grade,
like that.
but I'm not a political creature.
But again, I do not have a gaming PC. I have an editing PC, which means my graphics card is shocking, and I couldn't play a game like this on stream at the same time.
It's just legit baffling, though. Like, everyone you've talked to so far is like blaming it like it's your fucking fault. As if you weren't the person who's been screaming from second one, the Reapers are coming.
Yep. Like,
So
you're
like,
the only person that's been warning people about Reapers for 2 games. We saved people from the Reapers when they did fucking show.
On camera.
Yeah. And then, like, we're the ones just getting shit for it. And no one trusts us.
Politicians are the weeds of the galaxy.
That
Yeah.
I agree on.
If that was a bumper sticker, I'd stick it right here on my desk. It's killing me about Earth.
You and me both.
I haven't been back in years. Now I may never. If this ain't the end of days, It's pretty damn close.
Yeah, and guess who's the only person who's been warning anybody about it?
Now Lucas, like, humanity demands answers.
Yeah, I quite like Bailey. Like, the fact that he is sitting there and is just like, yeah, I'm a desk jockey, but fuck everyone around me. I do appreciate that.
Commander, Counselor Udina said you'd be coming. If
Yeah,
your
it's not like
council is already in
a
session.
Telltale game where they give you like a limited amount of time to respond. Like, you can just stand there for 10 minutes having a chat with people and like not responding to the game. Like, it does just give you as much time as you need.
Yeah, the absolute fucking power move.
No, just standing there silently for 10 minutes waiting to respond. And you know Commander Shepard could pull that off. Like, I couldn't because I'd burst out laughing within like 10 seconds of trying it. But you know someone could just, like, Shepard could just power stare you down for as long as you want.
We need your help. Everything you can spare.
Earth may be suffering, but our worlds are falling too. The Turians have lost Tatris.
We must fight this enemy together.
Need I remind you that the last time we fought the Reapers, Shepard sacrificed the Council to protect
Haha.
his interests.
True, but in the end we survived
To be
because
fair
we
though, we didn't
followed
really
Shepard's
want to.
lead.
But also, it's that thing like, you sacrifice the council, yes, to save people.
Everything we have at the Reapers.
No, oh yeah, because I remember we wanted the council dead.
I don't
We
expect you
did
to
mean
follow
to
me
do
without a
that because it was council or all of the civilians.
Yeah, so they're saying like, you sacrificed the council. Yeah, I didn't sacrifice your world. I sacrificed 3 people for the greater good.
3 fucking politicians that wouldn't listen to me, and I was proven right against them all the entire way.
Yeah, it's like, they're talking about it as if like, oh, you sacrificed, you made like a selfish decision. Like,
But
no, I
again,
made
Carl,
it selfless.
that's exactly how a politician would probably react. Is like, yeah, but you put the people before the politicians. We can't trust you.
Yeah.
That sounds like a politician's answer right there.
It's like, their actual argument makes 0 sense. Like, oh, well, how can we trust you to have the interest of our people at heart? It's like, well, I made one of the most difficult decisions, and my only like thought process was whatever saves as many people as possible.
But then the problem was that if you make that decision, the game basically makes it the leap of like, yeah, Shepard, you were right to kill them because humanity should be in charge. It's like, I just wanted to save the civilians. What do you mean?
Yeah.
And then they don't give you a choice of whether you should have like humans or like an alien council with humans or just humans. So,
Yeah.
oh, you killed all that council. Cool, we can just take over now. It's like,
yeah, it really does speak to the
okay,
the politics and thought processes behind like the writers.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing. Oh, we found blueprints for a weapon that could destroy the Reapers. Well, do you believe in this? It's like, what else have you got?
Yeah, okay. Do you tell me your idea, and I'll tell you my idea.
And while I haven't always agreed with Udina, he's right about this. We need to stand together, now more than ever. The Reapers won't stop at Earth. They'll destroy every organic being in the galaxy if we don't find a way to stop them.
We do not disparage death.
It's also like, listen to them of like, yeah, you were there. The reason the council had to be sacrificed, it took literally every one of our like ships working together to take one out.
I don't like, however, that like we let the council die, and you know, 2 games down the line, even though we've played these next basically back to back to back, I just can't tell the difference between the original council and them. There's no distinguishing features that.
No, they're basically identical. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just here's 3 completely unnamed councillors that just. Yeah.
And it's their only purpose is to like give you shit.
Mm-hmm.
I want even if you save the previous council, it's that we appreciate that you saved the council first. We need to protect people here. It's bigger than that.
Yeah, yeah.
How can they be so blind?
Commander, I can't give you what you're asking for, but I can tell you how to get it.
I'm listening.
Balvin's Primarch Fedorian is the one that called the
Yeah, like
he's your kind of
that's what I was thinking, because when I saw the Asari Council, I was like, Wait, we didn't save the council because they literally look the same.
Yeah, they just replaced them. I think it's pretty much the same model.
Yeah.
The model's the same.
I was just like, didn't we get rid of the last council? Like, I was very confused. It's like, yeah, they look identical enough that when you're trying to think about like, oh, this is the characters from 2 games ago, they do look identical because, yeah, your memory's gonna miss some details or whatever. But like, bear in mind that this game came out 2012 and Mass Effect came out 2007, so most people had a maybe 3, 4, 5 year gap between seeing the council then and then seeing the council in Mass Effect 3, and they look close enough to identical that you would never know.
It's like, you know, it's an unintentional commentary on the fact that like politicians are all the fucking same.
But I don't want.
The Reapers are tearing us apart and you want to make a deal?
I'm trying to help you, Commander. The Summit leaders set our war strategy, and this council is beholden to their decision. Save the Primarch, gain an ally.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they're just called, they're literally nameless characters. They're just,
Well, the
here's a
Reapers
sorry
ravage
council that
Earth.
can't be arsed with.
Your counselor was right. We need to work together. This is the best way to get that.
Slightly like purple. Original.
Our intel says Primarch Fedorian is...
That's what I like about this as well, of like, we do need to work together, so we're going to ignore the like universal government, because we understand that it's fucking stupid to try and fight them on our own.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for our own planets are under attack, it's like, yes, but ours is under attack the most, and if we lose our planet, then you'll have no allies from our people.
But I do like the fact that they're like, hey, I know we just had a big disagreement, and we all basically told you to go fuck off.
That went well.
We also decided to make you a Spectre again and give you a mission.
See if we can support this summit. Move things
It's like, it
along.
does really, really stink of like, we didn't know how to get you back to a point that makes sense to begin a 3rd game.
Yeah, not I love as well. It's like, oh look, we're not going to help you. We're going to make you a Spectre though. What's the first mission? Help us.
Yeah. I mean, more than likely, CNN was probably scared of this because, like, you are allowed to have gay relationships, like male to male, female to female. So more than likely, a lot of like weirdo news articles were written about like, oh, this game lets you like have gay sex. But yeah, probably.
So do you know what else lets you have gay sex? Real life.
That was my. Yeah.
Are you aware that a lot of people, Lucas, live in the real world? And in the real world, gay people exist.
No, they don't, Carl.
Can you believe it?
That's like some liberal lie made up to like destroy our children's brains.
It's always the classic one, isn't it? It's like, do you know gay people just exist? Like, no.
It's all a lie, Carl.
But do you think in the future there's going to be less gay people?
Did you ever met one of these supposed gay people, Carl? Because I can bet you that a lot of people who are on that kind of mentality would probably deny that they've ever actually met a gay person in real life.
Statistically, if you've met more than 10 people, you've met a gay person.
Mm-hmm. But they will deny. Like, no, my son's not gay. They're just misguided and they've been brainwashed by, like, the liberals and the LGBT, and they know exactly what they know it's LGBT at very least, if not like, you know, QIA plus. But they refuse to know, like, oh, it's the liberal alphabet. I don't know what that shit is.
Even though you know they spend all their time reading about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing of like when I used to get like hate mail and stuff. And I'd get hate mail, people would like pretend not to know what my name is. It's like all you do is talk about me on Reddit.
You were on Earth when the
And
Reapers
also,
attacked.
like, you know, I hope everyone
Justify
knows that,
running away while millions of people
like,
on Earth died?
obviously,
Is that the best we can expect from
you
the
know,
Punch her, knock her out, knock her out.
I came to get
You
help.
missed
No. I do you know what? We're gonna spend time making sure that everyone feels welcome rather than punching people in the face right now, Carl.
Look at the New York Times over here.
The same thing I've been doing for the past 3 years. Find a way to stop the Reapers.
Just want everyone
Get
to
some
know.
help, Kalisa. I have work to do.
that the frogs have got something to take on.
What I find hilarious about that is like, what do you say? You came to the council to ask for help. So what do you expect me to do? Do you want me to go shoot the Reapers with my gun?
Yeah. I mean, we basically did with the second game, right? But that was like the weird prototype human Reaper thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. My things are just stacked poorly. I'm sorry.
Hey,
I know that that's the renegade move though, right? Is to block out the flags.
Why would they?
We're sticking with renegade mode. Truly, we're being immersed in this.
Whispering about it. They're talking about it, but they don't really.
That's the truly renegade option.
Yeah.
Like, if that said Paragon, it would have disappeared the moment the flags are with it.
Yeah. They don't believe there's a war on. If only like the news reporters were on Earth.
Please no one clip shit.
Yeah. This is actually one of those games that's infuriating to play when you know the full story. When you play them back to back, it actually is infuriating that no one listens to you.
I take it this is your first time here with the elite of the galaxy.
I've been to the Citadel, but never up here on the Presidium. It's.
Oh, did you realize that no one takes us seriously, even though we should be the only person taken seriously at this point?
Just like in the council meeting, it's like, okay, everyone who's like personally shot a Reaper to death, put your hands up.
Really?
No, I get the vote.
Comes to shove, they're just gonna
Who here has like, you know, fought the Reapers and killed 2 of them already? Who do you think should lead like our?
That's the thing, right? Is they were in a conversation with Shepard, murderer of Reapers, multiple Reapers, and Liara, the person who like essentially helped find out all the information with Shepard in Mass Effect 1 about the Reapers. These are the 2 people in the entire galaxy with the most amount of knowledge about the Reapers and their artifacts and all this shit.
Yeah,
and you're like, okay, yeah, but you did let 3 politicians die though, so how can we trust you?
It's like, how do you like, and what do we do to beat Reapers? Well, they're like, you know, primitive civilizations would think them gods, but they're just really, really advanced robots. And if you shoot them a lot with a lot of guns, you'll win. So if we all team up and all point our guns at them at the same time, we'll kill them.
It's like, well, how do you know that? Well, I'll point you back to a few years ago when the Citadel got attacked by a Reaper and we shot it to death.
But you were right. So was Anderson. We can't stop them alone. Besides, it looks like you're gonna.
Well, it makes it really funny though when you start like, you know, teaming up with the Rachni. It's like, whoa, why are you bringing the Rachni into this? Like, would you want to help? Well, no.
I'm gonna head down to some of the lower levels where they keep it real.
I do still want to know what the Rachni plan to do.
Come and find me.
The Rachni are super good.
Yeah, but like they don't have weapons, right?
Yeah, well, they can help.
But they can like swarm Reapers, sure. But like, my question is like, how do they plan on doing anything? Climb on top of Reapers?
Well, that's why like the funniest conversation is when you get to the point where it's like Legion and Tali are trying to like advocate. Like Legion, like, okay, the Geth have the single largest, most advanced fleet in the galaxy. All we do is like build new guns. And then Tali says, well, we basically got just floating death barges that can't do anything. It's like, I wonder what I'm going to pick. I wonder what Renegade Shepard's going to pick. Return to the Normandy, fuck yeah. Leave James behind.
We could just start blowing up like Mass Effect Relay. That's the thing, if you keep 1. Oh no, because the point is that we haven't figured out the technology behind them, right?
No, you just know that they exist.
Like we know that they exist and we use them to like travel across the galaxy, but no one's figured out how they fucking work.
And every time people get close to it, the Reapers turn up. Oh. And here it is, the worst part of the game.
Baby.
Worst part of the entire game.
This is max full running speed, by the way, for everyone that thinks otherwise. This is what the game intends you to be doing at full speed.
So this is like when you play this game, this is when you realise, as much as it's got lauded for its writing, it was still being written by people who play video games.
Yeah, it is pretty fucking heavy-handed at times.
Yeah, like this is just all the writers spent a couple of weeks on Planet on the nose. So it's not enough that they glassed an entire continent, that you have to know they killed a child. Specifically, this really ugly, badly rendered child.
I mean, whether the child like ever existed or not, is another theory.
It's more like, yeah, it's a symbol of like the innocence that has been lost. The war. Which would
At
be
this
great.
point, it really
a good
wouldn't.
message.
It really
Yeah.
wouldn't make sense for Shepard to not have PTSD at this point.
Yeah, but also it's like if you're gonna make a commentary on war and how bad it is and its detrimental effect on people's psyche and the withering effect it has on your soul, don't advertise it like Call of Duty.
Yes, exactly. And maybe get like as they've never spoken, at least publicly, as far as I'm aware, about getting like consultants of like any psychologists or anyone that knows about mental health or anything. As far as I'm aware, they didn't do like what Hellblade did, where they had like a consultant on the entire time that was very adept with psychosis and stuff, and like approved on a lot of the writing and the experiences and stuff. It's like it wasn't a perfect job either, but at least they tried. As far as I'm aware, they didn't even try with Mass Effect, and then, as you say, they marketed it like fucking Call of Duty.
It's why like I'll never stop finding it just like it's hilarious, but also like just morally repugnant. Like Call of Duty, if like the World War II one they did a few years ago. Someone danced about how we're going to treat.
Forwarding the Turian counselor information on the
Oh, you've gone.
device. It
Oh, we're
can't be
back.
built without council support.
Oh, there you go.
But
Yeah.
he's not budging until their
Yeah, they
project is
talked
safe.
about how they're going to give it the due reverence it reserves and defended
Are you all right?
the choice to like have a mission in their game where you go to a concentration camp.
Oh,
and then
shit, yeah.
they released an advert where it's like a bunch of knobheads being like, get the lads back in, get the beers in, let's play some Call of Duty.
It's that dichotomy, isn't it, of like wanting to make art and wanting to sell something commercially.
It's not even wanting to make art, it's that they want
you
to be
can
perceived
imagine
as it.
that there's a lot of writers in that development studio that were probably trying to do something what they thought was poignant.
Yeah, they want to have some prestige.
Mm-hmm. And then you've got like the marketing and the multiplayer teams both being like, yeah, but how about we blow everyone the fuck up and like scream and shout about it? That those things just don't mix.
So it was that very thoughtful piece by a former soldier talking about how like white phosphorus is the most horrific weapon of war they've ever encountered.
And then they had people like fucking keyboard warriors calling them pussies.
Yeah, an actual like former soldier who's seen combat.
Mm-hmm.
Call them a pussy because they just didn't think something that
because they didn't think a war crime should be a kill streak in Call of Duty yet. Like, yep, that's the world we live in. Is just literally war veterans going, hey, maybe you shouldn't make this into a like mini game and a reward, and people calling them fucking pussies for it.
It's not the most American thing ever. It's like every 4th of July or every Veterans Day, like they have like every veterans like charity and association group release a statement of, hey, a lot of veterans have PTSD and fireworks. They don't like them.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, randomly hearing large explosions when you're in your house is incredibly triggering for former soldiers.
Yeah, for some reason, right? Somehow that's a trigger. Yeah.
And again, every time they issue those statements, it's like they're trying to cancel Veterans Day. It's like they're not. It's just the actual veterans you're claiming to be celebrating
are asking you to not potentially trigger, like, PTSD for them, yeah.
So we can't have that, though, because we don't want to celebrate veterans. We want to celebrate the idea of veterans.
Yeah, it's like, how dare we think about the veterans on Veterans Day?
Yeah, we're celebrating the made-up idea of them in our head.
What's really bothering us? Maybe the fact that no one fucking believes anything we say. Liara, come on, read the room.
Every second we waste is like another like city block that gets like vaporized.
Thank you, alright. How many civilians are dying while they wait for us to make the first move?
At least the council can't deny the Reapers exist.
Surprised they didn't.
They've got to.
Yeah, like, I'm actually kind of surprised. Like, even after they invaded Earth, they're like, nah, the Reapers don't exist, man, what are you on about?
You just look out the window and see the remnants of the last Reaper you killed.
Commander Shepard, I'm comm specialist Samantha Trainer with Alliance R&D. I was part of the team retrofitting the Normandy after you turned it over to the Alliance.
I vaguely remember Specialist Trainer.
There weren't many of us aboard when the Reapers hit.
I need the Normandy functional. What exactly have you done to my ship?
We
that's
upgraded
right.
communications and removed most of the Cerberus.
I can't get over how weird it looks to me that like Shepard's wearing glossy lipstick and like full eyeshadow. I've
Yeah, it's
never
really
done a
weird, right?
FemShep run that looks like this.
But keep in mind, this is what BioWare wanted.
This is what EA wanted, Carl.
Had intended to use the Normandy as his mobile command center.
Okay,
No,
the
but
real
I'm pretty
point of this-
sure. I thought we saved Kelly
He chose to stay
because
and
we
fight.
did everything to make sure that like.
I'm honored
You might get it back.
Commander.
But
For as
is
long as you need me,
Kelly always sacrificed? I can't remember.
oversee the retrofits.
You might find her. She might like be on a random planet, Joe, like
Because we definitely rescued Chakras, obviously. We did save the crew from like being melted in the tubes.
Maybe just Chakwas, like she's like Chakwas, so she'll turn up a bit later in the game.
Intelligence make requests.
ED's an AI. Fully self-aware.
Oh, I knew it. I knew Joker was lying.
I thought that Trainer was like the replacement for Kelly in my brain, that, but I would have assumed that Trainer's the replacement for Kelly if Kelly died.
Kelly might just have a cameo. Because why would
As
they
far as I'm aware,
voice
Kelly
characters?
didn't die.
Attractive. Your voice was. Anyway, shall I give you a tour? I think you'll be impressed by the new upgrades.
The real important question though is like, where are my fish?
You can set the Normandy's destination.
Yeah, because that's one thing I was asking earlier. It's like, I don't know whether to set a viewer reward to feed the fish because I don't know if we get fish in this game.
You do, yeah, you get them every game.
You do, okay.
Mission-specific intel and war analysis. The shuttle bay contains an armory where you can modify your equipment between missions. Finally, Liara has set up a lot of hardware down in the old XL.
Okay, that makes more sense.
I think she's claimed that.
Of like, Liara has decided to continue being the Shadow Broker from the ship. So she's fitted like the Bruce Wayne wall of information stealing monitors. Like, yeah.
That's still one of my favourite bits of like that Batman movie.
Commander.
I saw something today and it was like a TikTok going around of like, yeah, there was one like streamer that I lost all respect for because like they argued that The Dark Knight was a bad movie because what Batman did with that situation was like a bad thing to do, therefore the movie is bad. And it's no, that's the entire point of the movie is like everyone doing morally questionable things.
And justifying them to themselves. It's like how far, it's literally the Joker's whole point of like how far will you go to prove a point.
Yeah, and how that they're not actually that different. It's like, if anything, it improves the movie a lot. And there's like some just knobhead being like, yeah, that ruined the entire movie because Batman did something bad.
Like, it creates narrative symmetry. It proves that Batman's a fucking hypocrite.
Mm-hmm. And the movie goes out of its way multiple times to be like, yes, we know that Batman is doing a bad thing, but he's choosing to do the bad thing to stop what he... Like, he thinks it's a justified cost to stop the Joker.
And then it's like, and how much of that can be justified?
I was like, man, just another moment of like, people need to fucking learn some media literacy. What the fuck?
Yeah, just because someone's a bad character. You can like a bad character without being a bad person.
Well, it's not bad as in like poorly written, as in like well written, but doing something morally bad.
It's the classic, yeah, it's like, okay, so you like a character who does something bad, so you endorse those bad things. It's like, no, I enjoy the way the story was told.
They probably also love the character from American Psycho and think he's great. They probably love Christian Bale in that movie.
Yeah, but if you like that movie, that means like, how can you like that movie? He's a serial killer. But it's a comedy. How can you find that?
That's
funny?
the thing, isn't it? Of, like, it's a satire,
like
but it's the same thing we encountered with the Starship Troopers thing of like, do you really like this movie because you noticed that it was a very obvious satire? Or did you like this movie because you agree with the points the points you think it was trying to make?
It's the joke I kept making, Lucas, of I don't see anything wrong with this universe. It's that you need a license to have kids.
What's your plan?
I'm trying to get the Turian Primarch for a summit meeting with
Couldn't
the
post a
Astarian
meme in
Solarians. I'll bypass the council.
No,
and
we're
directly to their
pretty
leadership.
strict moderation stuff.
I like it. This is where we start laying the groundwork for our
Yeah,
counterattack.
so, like, yeah.
Fortunately, we don't have a whole lot to back it up right now.
Then build
One of those
alliances.
things.
Gather everything and
I
everybody
just
you
like to
can
be safe
for the
rather than so.
cause.
What about the Prothean device?
Find me people who can help build it, and if you can't, I'll take ships, soldiers.
I mean, this is perfectly reasonable. Of like, what do you want me to do? Hack it? We'll find people that can build the ship, and if you can't find people to build the ship, just find fucking people with weapons. I don't care. Just
assuming it ever is, we pool all our resources. Think of it as a giant armada for delivering the
we
device.
just get as many people and weapons and things on our side as we can and hit them with what we've got.
And that's why you have all those things earlier of like, hey, do you know any of those like alliances and friendships you made? Maybe they'll come in handy. And I think as soon as you get access to like the world map or the galaxy map, you check your emails like a bunch of people like, hey, like just Wookie, like we're not great. I think one of them is just an Asari squad. I think you get sent an Asari squad from someone. Of like, hey, it was like just this Asari stealth squad. We'll send you, and it adds to the war effort.
Just have to hope Anderson and what's left of the Alliance forces can hold out until we've dealt with the enemy.
I like that.
I understand.
Of just, oh yeah, as far as we're aware, there are many Reapers on like every city on Earth, and they immediately wiped out like a lot of the population of each city. Okay, so what are we gonna do with Earth? Well, I guess we'll just hope that like Admiral Henderson just has that. Oh, oh. No, no.
It does make no sense.
The shit out of me when that happens.
Like with how quick the Reapers take stuff out, the idea that the Earth can hold out for anything longer than a day, it should have been like the Reapers should have arrived on fucking Pluto.
Yeah.
They should be like, you know, on Pluto, going through like the billion like layers of security you've got.
Mm-hmm. Well, it makes way more sense in terms of the law for it to be like, well, we've got loads of defenses, we're fine. And the Reapers to just fucking turn up and then be like, wait, I thought we had defenses, what the fuck happened? Is you leave me and Admiral Anderson.
And here it is, look.
History. Yeah,
you've total military strength. Let's see what we've got.
The people, the weapons, the armies of fleets that you accumulate are your war assets. The overall readiness of the galaxy determines how effectively these assets will perform in the final battle. Essentially, like, there's a minimum strength that you can go into the battle with to finish the game. Obviously, that won't get you the best ending, but it means that, like, hey,
who we got?
I mean, Alliance Engineering Corps, 103rd Marine Division, Admiral, I don't know how to say that name, Mikhailovich, Alliance 1st and 3rd Fleet and 5th Fleet, the Normandy, some mineral resources, at the moment, Alliance stuff.
Read about the Normandy. I like how the Normandy has like 25 on. It's like the single most advanced ship in the entire galaxy.
Yeah, the Normandy is the second highest thing we've got at the moment.
It's because you're on it.
So when the original SSV Normandy was destroyed, Cerberus rebuilt the ship from stolen plans. Dubbed the SR-2, the Alliance took the new Normandy apart and refitted some of its systems with new technology of its own. As a result, the SR-2 Normandy is the highest performance frigate in the entire Alliance Navy, possibly the fastest ship in its class. The Normandy is commanded by Shepard, an Alliance officer and humanity's first Spectre.
And here's all the bullshit from the previous game, that's why it's so powerful.
And here's all the updated shit.
Yep, that's why it's worth 115, because remember you gave it like the super powerful bullshit
from Mass Effect 2,
game.
Yeah. So there's all like the upgrade stuff, which, yeah, it's very cool that it takes into account. To bolster the Normandy's firepower, Commander Shepard installed a Thanix magnetic hydrodynamic cannon on the ship's undercarriage. Based on Reaper technology, the powerful weapon fires molten metal accelerated to a fraction of the speed of light. So essentially it's using the same technology that the guns rely on. It's like, just shoot tiny shards of metal, but at, like, a percentage of the speed of light, which makes it just infinitely powerful. Another update here. Before taking on the Collectors, Commander Shepard reinforced the Normandy's superstructure with Solaris armor. This protective layer of carbon nanotube sheathing could withstand temperatures that would instantly vaporize more conventional armor. And the last update we have here, the Normandy has been upgraded with cyclonic barrier technology, allowing the ship's Mass Effect field projectors to fire rapidly oscillating barriers that deflect rather than directly absorb kinetic shocks.
And these are all fascinating to read when you start getting like the, because like I said, you'll randomly get emails throughout the game of like someone you talked to in the first game and did a favor for. So you'll get like 5 war assets because they're like they join in.
They actually, yeah, they haven't made a bunch of Normandy. Like I know you've spoken quite a lot of Mass Effect, so you probably aware. But for people that aren't in chat, like, yeah, they didn't make a bunch of Normandies because essentially it used a bunch of super expensive technology. And it's like this was a prototype that worked out too well because the Normandy is incredible, but if every ship cost this much, like we wouldn't be able to have a fleet.
You'd have 4 ships.
Yeah.
And I think the way they describe it is the Normandy is the tip of the spear.
Yes,
It's
essentially.
it's the fastest, most advanced ship. It should lead the charge.
They made a second SR1, but yeah, fair. Like, that's the thing is, like, it doesn't make sense to only have one, but it doesn't make sense to only ever make all of the ships this super expensive, like, mega ship.
Commander, come to check on your new recruit.
Just wanted to see how you were doing.
Still trying
Or
to
check
get
me
my bearings.
emails.
When I was working on the Normandy's upgrades, I left at the end of the day. I didn't even have a toothbrush or a change of clothing.
So I'm gonna
until I made
just
some emergency
Google,
purchases
just for
on
my,
system.
I won't spoil it for chat.
What are you checking?
Okay. So Kelly isn't dead, is all I'll say.
Yeah, I think she just rocks up at some point.
That's all I'll say. But yeah, she doesn't. Trainer does take over regardless of whether Kelly dies or not, because then they can just record one person doing all these lines regardless of what happened in Mass Effect 2.
Next time you need something, just
And
ask.
to clarify, we are playing Renegade, but generally the way we agreed, like,
no trouble,
when we were
Commander.
playing through Mass Effect
I'm
1 and
sure you
2
have
was,
larger concerns.
okay, we're going to be
We can put in a requisition.
trying and be friendly with our crew,
toothbrush
because
is a
we
scissor
don't want to
with a
be
lock floor.
asshole
It uses tiny
Shepard,
massive
like,
fans to break
the
up
way
black
that we
and
play it is like
discharge the
Renegade, as in like
It
a
costs
badass that is not going to be stopped by anyone,
Okay, yeah.
but we're not going to be
Run
complete
with that.
assholes to our crew.
In any event, I
Like,
appreciate
It's also that
regardless,
thing-
I
yeah.
don't want to be a dickhead to everyone
Was
we
there
work with.
anything else?
It's like in the previous game as well. We always said like a renegade option can be cutting red tape, which is like when you like your chef's like, look, we've got military rations, that's fine, but we're on a suicide mission. Can we not get some like fresh veg? And you're like, you know what? Yeah, fuck you. I'm gonna go yell at Cerberus to give us more money.
Yeah, like, that's the way that Carl and I like to read Renegade rather than a purely evil option. It's a way to be like, yeah, I'm not going to take shit from people. And I am going to make some difficult decisions, but we're still, like, working as a crew to try and stop all of the Reapers, and I would want to keep, like, those kind of people that we're working with on our side. Otherwise, you get shit like James Vega at the moment, who just doesn't trust us at all.
Yeah, but
Whereas
that's
you
the
see
thing of
someone
like,
like Chakwas, who's like, hey, you know, like, you fucked up my entire life, basically, and I got declared, like, essentially a war criminal. And you immediately invite her back on board, and she's like, fuck yeah, let's go.
yeah, because like she knows that you've got her back.
Yeah, Renegade, Space Cowboy, Pragmatist, like, yeah. Like, that's the thing is, it's one of those of, that's the character that I think is an interesting way to play in, like, I think that's the most interesting character to play in Mass Effect, and I like people to see that as, like, you know, sometimes pick a Paragon option, be nice to your crew, but then pick a lot of Renegade options. Whereas, even though the game encourages to commit to just blue or red, it's more interesting to be like, that little bit in between, but, you know, edging towards Renegade. I don't think it makes for a very interesting playthrough if you just blind pick good or bad. And that's the sad thing is, like, we've mentioned before is like I think there's mods people have mentioned to like mix up the dialogue wheel, because if you go like up, it's seen as a good option. If you go down, it's seen as a renegade option.
Legitimately, like, yeah, people just I want to min max it, which seemingly is like, if you're a game player, they min max.
Yeah, so a lot of people, if they're going full Paragon, just leave their thing like up. They'll just leave it pointed at the top right, for example, on the dialogue wheel, and just mash A. And then same for Paragon, just with the bottom right and mash A. I don't care what I'm saying. I just want to always get the most renegade points. And
that's why I always like speak to Baldur's Gate having that thing of like people going, "Well, I alienated someone that I like, can I still fuck them?" It's like,
I served the
no.
required years after graduation and decided to stay. I really like the challenges
like,
of the lab.
but I cheated on them one time and they won't forgive me. Yeah.
What's like the series of like dialogue options they've got to do to make them forgive me? It's like it doesn't work that way.
No, they said that they didn't want you to break their trust, and you broke their trust. Therefore, you won't get it back.
I'm surprised you're worrying about a toothbrush. We got bigger problems right now.
Oh, believe me. Seeing the Reapers
And I
on
won't
Earth
get
was
into
terrifying.
spoilers, but I did think it was really
Anybody
funny
burst into tears here in the CIC.
watching the Fallout
Being
show
here in
of
the
like
Normandy helps.
very,
If anyone in
very
the galaxy can
minor,
stop the
just
Reapers,
like jokey
it's you.
spoilers for
And if
Fallout
flagging
TV
your
show.
messages and managing strategic
Of just
intel helps you in any way,
the moment when
then it's worth
someone
it.
gets to like a certain character that hasn't, has lived on the wasteland, gets to see what like the vault amenities are like,
yeah,
and experience it for a brief moment and go like, oh man, this life's great. And it's like, yeah, if you were on like a mission in space trying to like take down the Reapers and the galaxy is falling apart, like a toothbrush doesn't seem important, but creature comforts would be.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, I just miss being able to like get a shower and brush my teeth.
It's morale is the number one thing
Worked in Alliance R&D?
that drives armies.
You'd think quantum entanglement would
Now
keep
there is like
communication easy, but
everyone always talks about the America being like so decadently wasteful, but like interviews with like opposing forces talk about how utterly demoralizing it is to be captured by the Americans, go to an American base, we've got a fucking McDonald's there.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, because you want to keep morale up, you want
Where are you
to
from originally?
keep your soldiers who are risking their life for your
So I
country.
studied on Earth at Oxford. My
Like,
parents
you
were
want
from
them
London.
to continue
They loved
wanting
Earth,
to
but
do
they
that.
wanted the freedom a colony life could offer.
It's as well, people, if you want like your army to like, all your soldiers to respect and like you, do them favors. But I'm going to do a favor for the person who went out that stuck their neck out for me.
Quite true, Commander.
And that is a notable thing to say, is like Commander Shepard right now.
Carry on, specialist.
Response to a trainer there where she's like, oh, everyone I know is probably dead, is like, there are a lot of people still alive on Earth right now. It's not really explained why or how, because the implication was that every major city was fucked up, but
yeah,
like it just completely glassed second one. But yeah, look at this though. Look at
So
like
is
the
it-
legendary edition version of your email second one of like, oh, we've got a lot of shit in DLC and stuff.
So is all like the bullshit as well from the previous games where you owe your messages about the previous game?
Yeah, exactly. So there's missions, open door for Alliance, places we can't touch through conventional means. To a Cerberus planet Sanctum.
Get some bullshit. That's how.
Okay, so special op. Okay, just a letter from Hackett being like, yeah, we could, we've reinstated you, etc., etc. Okay, yeah, that's call to action for like, hey, Hackett's declared emergency measures. Everybody that's outside of the Sol system, which is, our solar system in Earth, like, get the fuck back.
So hey, if you're not heard about Earth is not doing well.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
the fact
Orin.
that the Americans with all the ice cream being taken out to war and stuff. Like, yeah, priority, because that's like a reward that people want. Yeah, no worries, Shadow. Thank you for joining in. Got lots of email reading to do at the moment. We haven't got that much, don't worry. Don't worry, chat. But I am interested to see what Morinth has said. So we kept Morinth alive rather than keeping Samara alive in the last game.
Even though they're exactly the same character.
They are essentially the same thing, but Morinth can kill you with sex. Yeah, she's just like, I'm sorry for disappearing, but the Alliance would not have wanted me involved. I've gone away to a different city, but since you're Alliance, it's probably best not to tell you which one. I'm grateful you took a chance on me. Take care of yourself. I'd hate to hear you were killed before we get the chance to meet up again. Oh, made on the carriers. Yeah, I remember Cole telling me at some point about that. Yeah, the good old like American ice cream system. I think it was Cole anyway. Assume when it's like a weird fact that it was probably Cole that told me.
That was the one with the robot dog on you. On your shit.
The latest intelligence shows the Reapers are taking system officers space. Several races are fleeing their stations, colonies, and some worlds. This kind of forced exodus seems especially familiar to the nomadic Quarians, who were pushed off their home world by synthetic guests centuries ago. The galaxy pushes back against the Reapers. The Quarians are conspicuously absent. Basically, no one knows where the fuck the Quarian fleet is gone.
Yeah.
Joker suggested a welcoming gift on you being reinstated. As the ship does not have the capacity to accommodate the dancers he suggested, I chose something from the official Systems Alliance catalogue. Soldiers who have held an N7 designation for 5 years or more are entitled to a commemorative hooded jacket to wear on all the hours you find it in your cabin.
I like the idea that your ship ordered this off Amazon.
There's an upgrade for you at Liara's place. Priority mission at Eden Prime. Cool.
I'll go talk to Edie. It's the most important thing.
Where's Edie?
No, she's next to Joker, right? It's the most important, interesting character in the entire game. Is she not there?
It's just...
Well, Joker, what's he want?
You know, I had my doubts about the Council. But after years of ignoring your warnings, they're finally willing to step up and tell you they just can't help.
Yep. I mean, that sums it up pretty well.
They've spent years denying the threat.
Like, they spent years denying you and then have turned around and gone, well, sorry.
In secret and just not telling you about it because, you know, Cerberus. Well, let me know if you want me to get them on the channel and then hang up on them, you know, for old time's sake.
I think that's one of the few lines that, like, has genuinely endeared me to Joker when we've spoken to him over these past few games.
Yeah, I get what kind of character that he is, but he's a character that aged poorly.
Mm-hmm.
Commander Shepard.
But that's the weird thing, right? Is like, Seth Green's one of those people where I don't know if any shit's come out about them or not, but I assumed something had.
I think it's more just they just really like doing their own show.
I mean, maybe, yeah. Like, I think it might just be, like, the association with, like, I'm not the biggest fan of, like, you know, the Family Guy people in general. Like, Seth MacFarlane comes across as, like, just a twat. Like, again, not saying, like, they've done anything to be cancelled that I'm aware of, but He just seems
they
to come
have, don't
across.
worry.
I'm sure they probably have. A lot of people in that scenario have, but like, yeah, they just let's put on our comfy Cerberus Ajax. But yeah, it's just like they just come across as a knobhead regardless. I hate the fact you can't just keep like the default armor that looks better.
Yeah, it's a shame, right?
Like you get genuine, like actual stat boosts from other pieces of armor.
It's appreciable damage increase.
Well, like what this Casa Fabricate. I mean, like shield regen for health boost. It just keep. We're pretty overpowered, is it?
Yeah, especially all like your new biotic powers.
Loud, garish. Oh, this is pattern color. It kind of does a similar thing in Mass Effect to like the Halo armors of like later games where they don't just let you be like even these the brightest colors possible. Like that should be some garishly bright colors if you want it. Like they're all a little bit toned down, a little bit muted.
So the moment Halo started making like it just added like the extra little pointless angular additions to the armor. It's like the Marvelification, isn't it, of armor where it's like, oh, well, how do you make it Marvel? Like we got a nice, cool superhero costume. Okay, let's make it militarized and mute the colors. It's like fuck's sake.
Why me? You mean why LE edition? Like, because if that's the case, like we just picked the legendary edition because like it like runs better and we've been using the updated version because like it just makes minor improvements here and there. I was not aware that there's anything that hasn't has got worse with this version, so I just can't just play through all three on the legendary. Oh, okay, yeah. Basically, like, it's on Game Pass. Well, it's on Game Pass Ultimate, which I found out today. I went to play, and it was like, you can't play Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I was like, what? You don't have EA access? It's like, oh, because I downgraded to, like, Xbox console version, but you don't get EA access in that. So I've got to pay, like, keep paying, like, the Ultimate cost per month rather than, like, the, going down. I can't be clever and go down to, like, the console version, because I thought it was just, like, you know, like, the remote play and the game streaming and stuff, and the PC Game Pass that you got for that stuff. But no, like, the EA access stuff is in there as well.
There you go.
Yeah, I remember hearing about like this is like one of the DLCs. It's probably a bad idea at 1 o'clock in the morning to start a new mission, so it's probably worth just like leaving it there. Of like, essentially, we've done the opening of the game and the tutorial bits, and yeah, that means
you've got your swag on. You've got like your commemorative hoodie on.
We've got like our casual Monday outfit on, Carl. Just ready to go. We're glammed up and we're cozied up at the same time. Yeah, this will just be like our Mondays for a while.
Hell yeah, I'm so excited when you start talking to Edith.
I'm just really excited to like go through Mass Effect 3 again because like I don't think I played lots of the DLC because I was quite poor when like Mass Effect 3 was out, and so I don't think I've played like all of the DLCs for it. I haven't finished 3 in a while. The game I always go back to is 2 over 3. So it'll be really interesting to like just see what things I don't remember from 3 because I played it so long. And I'm also gonna be trying to catalog like how much the game gives us like payoffs for our choices before the final mission, because that's always the criticism of this game is like, well, the last mission didn't have 64,000 different endings.
It's such a baffling criticism. It's like it's the criticism from people who just mashed on the Paragon option.
Yeah.
Like the people who played the game in the same way as like 800,000 other people complain that it doesn't take into account every decision. They probably could have done that for the people who played, the 80% of people who played default male Paragon Shepherd.
I think it was over 70% of players did Soldier, Paragon, default male Shepherd. Which obviously, if you're just clicking through the character creation stuff, that's just because that's the first options. But
and
like 70% of players just mashed through the options and got to the game.
And they're probably the people who complain, what the fuck, he doesn't have like a billion different endings.
I mean, honestly, at the time, probably a lot of people that complained were people who didn't ever play the game. Let's be honest.
Of course, yeah, it's the
They
internet.
saw the headlines of like Mass Effect 3 ends with like 3 lasers.
So wait a minute, I have an excuse to go yell at someone on the internet. Fuck yeah, let's go.
So I'll be very interested and chat, play the game along at the same time. I feel like the game did feel rushed compared to 2, and I feel like the game also felt a lot less complex because they went down the action route rather than the RPG route. So naturally, that like rushed feeling might be because they focused very differently on like what aspects to to work more on and improve upon. But yeah, like everyone in chat, bear in mind to keep along with us of like how much of our decisions are taken into account throughout the game, not just the last mission. It'd be interesting to have a discussion about that at the end.
That's always the thing that I found so frustrating about that conversation. Like, it doesn't take into account everything I did. It's like, literally, the first thing the game does is, like, have you talked to a character who might be dead.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, already one of your decisions is, like, of course, yeah, the fate of the galaxy ultimately, like, has, like, a couple of options. But the story is still unique to the experience that you had.
Yeah. And obviously, Grim, like, that's absolutely fine. Like, I hope that you can join in and glean, like, some cool storytelling and action and stuff from, like, just joining in from this point. I'll say, like, on, presume I still have a Nightbot command for my YouTube. I don't update it very much, but I think all of our Mass Effect 2 playthrough is over on my Legend of Kanto account that I just use like archiving streams and stuff.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, like it's one of those of maybe you want to go watch them, maybe you don't. If you don't, hopefully there's something to find in this playthrough for you still. But for people who are a bit more aware of like either what decisions we've made in the last stream or just the series in general, hopefully you can like find intrigue in how much they pay off. Yeah, like the Tachanka thing, and I think I always like defend 3 in that conversation of like, no, it just didn't give you like a billion endings, but it did take your account like choices into account throughout the game, and that's where I've always settled in that argument. So like, I'll be interested to see how much my argument holds up in that, because maybe I was remembering it with like rose-tinted glasses this entire time, and it doesn't do that much. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, like vast majority of people who probably played it were satisfied with the ending. But they were told to be mad about it.
We can all join in next Monday to continue watching all. I'm very intrigued to see how this game holds up and how much it holds up with my reflections and defense of this game, because I don't ever think it's as good as 2, but I think it's a lot better than people give it credit for. Like, in terms of like, that weird argument online, I think a lot of people, the game was great and moved on with it.
Yeah, I also think as well, I love like the war aspect. Like again, it doesn't
especially now that it's a bit more lenient without the multiplayer.
Like you literally get emails from people you met in the first game, adding to your war effort, directly acknowledging the stuff that you did in the first game.
And yeah, like I never wanted to play the multiplayer, so it was a bit annoying back in the day when you had to literally, to get the better ending, like participate in the multiplayer stuff.
Yeah.
So the fact that the game's a bit more lenient now, and we've got all the DLC to help contribute to that stuff, like, yeah.
I don't care how good that multiplayer is, the fact that it forces me to play it, you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Like, a lot of people have fond memories of that multiplayer, and it wasn't bad when I played it. But the fact that it was forced to get the good endings was a bad idea. Yeah,
Yep.
that's the thing. You honestly, you like bring that up there. Just like, it was fun, but it never should have been tied to progression. It never should be. But yeah, thank you all for joining in, and thank you all for helping contribute towards the vote for what our next sub goal is, which ended up being Super Mario RPG Remake, which I'm excited to play.
Anyway,
when we get through this long progression of Mass Effect 3, I mean,
there is a lot of video game left to play, yes.
There is, yeah, for sure. And thank you for joining me, Journey Camp.
No problem. I'm excited to see it. I can't wait to meet Legion. He's back, baby.
Hope everyone has a lovely day, evening, or night, wherever you are.
Cheers, everybody.